at the time. It's happy hour when we go live. Mics get hot, and so do the vibes. If we slow a bit or lose our rolls, just blame the beer red and our RF soul. Marvin's got the badge and the winner plan. He'll brave the cold with the rig in hand. When the bands are rough and the tents are low, he's a ham radio guy putting on a show. With a voice so clear, Mike's rocking AM on the modern gear. He's in the air with that VHF bite and logging moto till the stars say night. Saw blowing finals and field day again. Still a proud Jenner, won't let it end. Talks baseball more than he checks his SWR, but he'll stack that contact from a mile far. Source roll slow through the woods and mud. Mass plates on the FJ's harsh from the crud. He'll find a path where the signal roam with the comms seek out from his overland home. We're calling CQ, the signals wide. From the coast to the pines on the mountainside. We're a band of hands with stories to share. Tossing wire in trees, putting watts in the air. Once a month we fire up the screen. It's Northeast Ham Radio, with legends convene. To antennas and trees and friends on the air. For signals we chase, it's the ways we share. We laugh, we learn, sometimes we swear. But every month you know we'll be there. This is Northeast Ham Radio. Pull up a chair.
Yes, I brought that mini to a family photo shoot. So yeah,
Only you, Mike.
so I got some splaining to do now. So yeah, here's the backstory behind that. So that's the Baofeng Mini, and when I got it, because like a lot of other ham tubers, like I'm not in a top tier. Like I'm getting stuff like after so many other people have already had it and done it, and so my great idea to test out the Mini was I'm going to EDC this for a month, and I wear dress clothes to work. I presented at a conference with the Mini in my pocket, wearing a suit on stage. Nobody knew. And we had got, holiday photos, and I was still obliged to, be carrying the Mini. And at the end of the shoot, I went up to the photographer. I'm like, hey, if you could you maybe get a couple glamour shots? There's a few other glamour shots of me with it. It's hilarious. But yeah, so, it is what it is. But welcome, Matt, Rabbit, and everyone in the chat. The chat is absolutely lit. Danny, what's up? I see you just dropped in there. Saying hi to others during the intro and everything. I will plug this real quick. Channel members, if you're watching on mine, and it doesn't matter who you watch, that this is simulcast on pretty much everything except for MSNBC right now, and
that's even debatable.
I do have some new emojis for channel members if they want to use them. One of which I'm very proud of. I was telling Matt about it before the stream. I got a UC emoji to represent Utica Club, which I am drinking this evening and stuff. But yeah, and enough about me, and let's go over to Matt and introduce yourself and what have you been up to in ham radio this past month since we last got together.
Yeah, I've been busy. I was just on live stream with Eric, the Brew and Activate yesterday, and got my nice beginning summer sunburn. So that was fun. Made contacts at that park and had a blast giving away antenna and just talking antennas. So building a bunch. I got a new employee. His name is Mike, and he's going to be offering antennas up at his ham fest, his club's ham fest up there in Rochester. Unfortunately, I can't make it. I'm watching someone's business for that whole entire week, so I won't be able to make it. Yeah, he comes back Friday evening, and I'm like, yeah, that'll be a killer driving all the way up there right after running his show. So, but no, been doing well, enjoying the weather, hitting a lot of parks lately, and planning a 6-park rove, and then trying to find a a raft or some type of flotation device to get to a park that's only been activated 3 times, and it's in the middle of a pretty fast-moving Susquehanna River. So,
Is that it behind you?
oh no, this is the
Okay.
Loyal Stock where I usually stay once a year for World's End State Park.
Okay.
But it's probably moving that fast now.
So what is that park? I'm intrigued. When you say Susquehanna, having lived in Binghamton for over a decade of my life, like I know the Susquehanna very well, and I know how angry it can get too. So I'm curious which park this is.
It's actually a state game land. Let me
Okay.
see. There we go. So it's not really a park, and there's no bridge, and it was activated last in 2023. Let me pull it up here. I have it on my list of to-do list around me. There it is. It's below the wonderful city of Reading, which is only second best to horrible Philadelphia. So there it is. State Game Lands 324, and it is US 9014. And there's not many activators on there. Yeah, seven activations, 7 attempts, and last one was September 2023.
How bad of a
Wow.
current are you looking at to get out there?
What the? If we could pull something up. Let's see.
Probably at least 20 amps, right? Like,
Oh yeah.
oh, the other kind of current. Sorry.
Well, if I'm going out there, it's a whole day.
Talking about white
opportunity.
toppers.
Nerd joke.
Nerds.
I was like, there's no way Mike's that dumb. I was like, all right.
I mean, I guess it would get low if it's if we don't get rain and there's a drought. So I might just be able to skinny over there, throw it in a waterproof bag, and definitely bring in a 100-watt radio and just kicking butt. I'll be there the whole day. Maybe camp out overnight until I get kicked out by park rangers. But again, it's on an island, so.
I have done a couple. I'm fortunate enough that one of my ham friends, Jeff, Kilo Delta 2 Yankee India Oscar, you got to say it like he does, has such a passion for the hobby. He got a boat so he could go activate islands. And we have in the Finger Lakes, Canandaigua Lake has an island, Skino Island, which is the smallest park in New York. And it's a wildlife area. And it's only been activated a handful of times because you got to take the boat there to get there. It's unique because you don't see a lot of lake islands. You see them in rivers typically, or obviously, like the oceans. But when you're there, it's small, and like I jokingly call him the mayor of Skino Island because like you're the only ones there, and it's like you own the place. It's but it's really cool. So yeah. James is asking, where is the chat? And I'm gonna guess there's probably more people on mine, not trying to be shameless than the others, but that's just because Shannon's joining now,
Hey,
and
Shannon.
Eric and Grouch will be along shortly. I know Eric was at a family movie, and it should be getting out around nowish, so he'll be with us shortly. And I think Grouch was going to be at the drop zone, weather permitting, and so he's got to wait till it gets dark before he gets on. So, but very cool stuff. That's awesome about that island activation, Matt. Very
Yeah,
good.
I'm hoping to find someone or some way to get to that island. I'll keep an eye out for the water level, and if it's low enough, I'll just sneak out there and hopefully not get stranded.
Welcome aboard, Shannon. We just got started. How are you
Hello.
living out there? Because Matt was telling me there's all kinds of drama with meteors and power and.
Oh,
You
yeah.
lost power.
I did. I lost power for probably like 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, maybe like 4 hours.
Okay.
Wow.
Something like that. What does he say in dark here? Is he mean it's dark in England? Hopefully the chat is working, the stream is working, everything's working, hopefully.
Okay.
We didn't press it yet.
Yeah, no. So I guess, I was sitting here on my computer just chilling, and like all of a sudden, like the lights start flickering, the computer's flickering. And I swear I heard this like weird hum from outside twice that was like the power trying to come back. But then I looked on my phone a little while later on Facebook, and Lynn Fire Department had posted this picture of a tree that had fallen over on someone's pickup truck. Actually, I posted it in the Live Free and Ham Discord, and I suspect that was probably the cause of the power outage in my area, which was affecting, like, I don't know, 6,000 customers just in my area. And then there was like 2 other areas in the sort of Swampscott, Vinnon Square area, if people are familiar with, the place where I live. It was just dark all around.
Oh,
So I went like randomly driving around with Miles to kind of, assess the storm damage as you do, right? But also because then I could like plug all of my devices into the USB charger in my car and like keep things charged up, and also doing like my new favorite hobby, which is mesh mapping.
Ooh,
So
war
That's
driving with
interesting.
mesh.
So yes, so maybe we can talk a little bit about like mesh and mesh core and mesh war driving and
Oh boy, she's getting addicted. The
when
little
ham
Helltech pocket.
when ham radio isn't enough, then you just got to move on to like other radio.
900 megahertz will do that to you. Trust me.
Hey, aren't you the one no band left behind,
I know.
right?
Yeah.
Listen, and here's a thought, right? Where you were on the show when we were talking about, how like hams don't go on the ham portion of the
Yeah.
mesh
Yep.
because they want to be able to keep the being able to encrypt or whatever.
Mhm.
But if we did move into the ham portion of those bands, could we count it as a POTA if you made a mesh core POTA contact
It's
on the
not
ham portion of the bands?
it's not the ham portion. It doesn't matter where it is in that band. It's all ham. We're secondary users. It's a matter of this. If you just put it in the mode, it's the mode
Yeah.
that matters.
Yeah.
So if you take it off the encrypted mode, then it's legal for ham use. And by doing that, being a ham and licensed operation, you're gonna get more power that you could use as well.
Yeah.
And you're not, and I don't know if I think that there's some antenna. I'm still new to this. I just got a hand-me-down mesh. I think that the Helltech V3 or something, or V4.
Yep.
So my buddy gave it to me on the way out to Hamvention, and so I've had it up at the house. I haven't really done much with it, just leaving it in the window and checking it from time to time. But I think that there's some antenna gain restrictions. If you're not a licensed amateur radio operator, I think you're limited in the dBi or dBd gain that you can get. But nonetheless, like you could, switch it to the ham mode and you can make contacts. I've jokingly said like it'd be neat to maybe bring that out in one of the VHF contests if there's enough hams. Even I don't need enough. I need a couple that would be willing to try to make that contact, and as long as it's simplex and not doing any, I'm just going direct from one, from my device to somebody else's, and we do the proper exchange for a VHF contest, which is just your call sign and your grid square, pretty basic. Then that would be legit. Like that's something that would be interesting. I know I've seen some folks have done it with soda and stuff, and when I go out and play radio in the VHF contest, I try to get high, and get some elevation. So, yeah, that'd be neat to try. I'll play with it more. Maybe I'll think about September.
Did you just say you try to get high?
He gets
Yeah.
high while he gets
He
high.
does it all the time, man.
Yeah. Yeah, just you see, I just casually just like, but no, that elevation matters. So,
Yep.
And when I've gone and played on 900, when I've gone up to a couple spots that are either around 1,500 feet, 2,000 feet, it really goes. With even just a couple watts, like you can really get out there. So, yeah.
Yeah, so since this is like the first episode since Hamvention, and I don't know if we're gonna wait for some more of the crew to show up before we start talking, so much about Hamvention, but since we're talking about mesh. I picked up a couple mesh things at Hamvention. I got, Grouch had given me that Lily Goatee deck in the lovely grouchy green 3D printed case, and that is flashed to Meshtastic. And then I purchased myself from Seed Studio. I'm told you have to whisper it when you say it. From our good friend Dave there, I picked up a SenseCap solar node that I have flashed to mesh core. So I have that mounted on my third floor porch on a 10-foot piece of 2-inch round PVC pipe. And it's holding up in the storm. So that's good to know that it hasn't like blown over or blown away or anything like that. I just have like the pipe zip tied in the
Cool.
corner of my porch.
Cool.
So, oof.
You using like regular zip ties, or did you get like some special like UV
Resistance
ones or something?
No, they're just regular black
Okay.
zip ties. So, I don't know if it's, potentially possible that they could be degraded over time from
Yeah, I don't know.
UV. But
Yeah, they probably will.
But I've used the same zip ties. Like I have, a 28-foot MFJ mast that it's the collapsible one. So I have that also zip tied in the other corner of my porch that I used when I had like my random wire there
Okay.
in the backyard. And that's like stayed pretty well, but it's, probably a little bit less of a wind load and it's not up all the time. But I use like at least 2 zip ties, one on the top, one on the bottom, and I could put extras too if I needed to, because you definitely don't want that to like fall over and crash through a window or something. That would be a really bad day.
Ham duct tape.
Yeah.
Yes.
It is. They are.
Yeah, and I have to ask. I had to ask about like the UV resistant or whatever, because I think I've heard that there's like UV resistant ones, but there's also like some temperature, like higher temp ones that you might use like with tying off cabling or hoses inside like an engine or something. But
Yeah, I
good
haven't
stuff.
really heard of that. But when my husband, God rest him, he was still alive and he was helping me put up my weather station too. So that is down on the ground level, and it's also in the corner, but it's in the corner of the chain link fence. So that it's the same thing. It's on like I bought like a 10-foot piece of PVC pipe, but I think we cut it down a little bit to be maybe around 7 feet high. Because when I looked at the instructions for the weather station, it was like, well, if you want it to be the best for the temperature and the humidity sensors, you want that to be like about 7 feet off the ground and like 20 feet away from any structures. But if you want it to be best for the wind, then you want to mount it like on your roof above the above the roof line. So unfortunately, you couldn't split up the sensors. It's not like one of those fancy ones that has separate sensors. So I ended
Okay.
up doing it, on the ground. And I was going to do the same thing. I was just going to do zip ties. And then Peter was like, no, why don't I go get metal hose clamps? Because that will definitely stay and not go anywhere. So that's like the other option too, is I could go to, I guess, like the automotive store. I don't know if they sell them at Home Depot. I did kind of try to look and see where they were in Home Depot, but I couldn't really find them. So I didn't get any, but hose clamps like those definitely aren't gonna break in UV
Home
or
Depot and
whatever.
Lowe's have them. I just got some recently.
Okay.
What aisle are they in, Rabbit?
Yes.
I went
Somewhere in
under.
the plumbing area.
Oh, they are in plumbing. Okay, I looked in like I went to like the hardware fasteners section because I thought that maybe they'd be in there, but I didn't see them. But maybe I need to keep looking in the plumbing section since that's where the PVC pipe is. But PVC pipe is like the most versatile thing ever, because I also back, in like 2020 when, movie theaters weren't open and stuff like that, I wanted to do this outdoor movie night for the kids, right? And for myself too, because I don't know if anyone here has ever been to the drive-in, But going to the drive-in is super fun, right? The only time
Yep.
I ever went was we went on a family reunion to Prince Edward Island, and they have a drive-in there on the island. And I can't remember what year it was, but let's just say we went to go see Tom Cruise and Dakota Fanning in War of the Worlds. So that will tell you around what time it was. It
Okay.
was like, the early 2000s, or early 2010s. And it was the coolest thing ever. So I wanted to have that same experience. So we did a backyard movie night, and I built a screen holder out of PVC pipe. And Peter was trying to like overcomplicate it, and he was like, okay, you got to make triangles and you got to have angles. I'm like, honey, I'm just going to get like some T connectors, and you're gonna have one T connector is gonna go up and two T connectors are gonna go out like this, and that's gonna make the foot, and the up part is gonna be where the screen is held, and we're gonna make a rectangle. So we're gonna have like some elbow joints in there. Oh my gosh, it was amazing. I felt so good after I built that thing and it worked. And it just it was awesome. You can build anything out of PVC pipe.
Yes, you can. What is up, brother Izzo?
Hey, Izzo.
I thought we were discussing.
Oh, you're on mute. You're on mute.
Hang on.
I just messaged you.
I thought we were discussing macaroni art. Wait.
His elbows.
Elbows. He's hungry, man. He's hungry.
Oh,
No,
man.
we're talking about
Yeah.
making things out of PVC pipe. Have you ever made any things out of PVC pipe, Izzo?
Legal or illegal?
Either one. This is Northeast Ham Radio, right? Anything goes. Everything goes.
Yeah, I have a piece. I'm looking at a piece right now that I bought. It's a 10-footer. Actually, I bought two 10-footers. I used one. I used one because I wanted to. So where the mass goes into the plate, that you drive over a wheel or something. But I wanted to give the mass a little bit more. Is it rigidity? So I said, let me come up with like a 3-inch piece, a 3-inch OD, I think. Oh wait, or maybe it was an inner die, ID. Anyway, I wanted to support the mass a little bit more. So that was like my most recent DI. I did that about a year ago. I did some stuff with water collection a few years ago, maybe about 5 years ago. I wanted to route some water, and I bought the elbows. I did this, I did that, and I redirected some water. Does that make sense? Does that count?
Yeah.
I haven't done anything for an antenna. I always wanted to make a 2-meter or a 6-meter antenna with wire inside PVC using the elbow, but I got lazy.
Well, I think there's something with like some PVC must not be good for like RF to go through it or something, or maybe some PVC isn't UV resistant. I don't know, but I know like when I did my the first antenna I ever bought was the Edfong J pole that you're supposed to buy it and then put it into a PVC pipe, right? And he specifies a certain kind of PVC pipe that they didn't sell at Home Depot, that they only sold at Lowe's. And so I had to like order it, in for pickup online, and then pick it up in the store to like make sure I was getting the right kind and matching up the UPC numbers. So I don't know what was special about this particular PVC.
It has to do with the schedule, and I'm not a plumber or anything, but I think it's a thinner wall on that, and
Probably.
because when you put an antenna inside of anything, it's going to change the velocity factor, and it's going to affect the electrical length of the antenna. He tunes his for that one particular type of PVC, and so if you put it in a different kind, it's going to affect the SWR and everything. So but Izzo, you're talking about making an antenna to put in PVC. I had a good conversation. I don't know if anyone watches, and if you don't, I recommend the channel. Is it Rick's Ham Shack? He's got really good antenna build videos and
Okay. Cool.
and stuff. But we were chatting because I've got a lot of PVC that was just scrap from my buddy's work, and I use that for a bunch of things. But I was talking about maybe doing a J pole in there for 1.25 meters. Give it a little bit more weather resistant. I got like a couple roll up ones that are with ladder line and twin lead, but something that would be a little bit more permanent and resistant in the weather and stuff. And he brought up a good point. He's like 1.25 meters is perfect, because if you start getting too big, 2 or 6, it gets to be too big for the PVC, and it's going to bend or want to flex and everything else. But like the 1.25 meters, I was like, okay, it's on the to-do list at some point. I'll get to it. But I have like all the scrap I need to build it.
Okay.
And stuff.
All right, so I'll tell you what I am going to do.
Yeah.
The DX Commander has to come down this summer. I need all new wire, which is fine. I think it's 5 years old. It doesn't owe me anything. I may replace the shock cords. I have a whole bunch of extra DX10 wire that I bought when I bought the Classic many, many years ago.
Okay.
It's going to come down, and all I'm doing is just basically replacing the lengths. I'm not creating anything new. It's just a PM job, preventive maintenance. That's all we're going to do. We're going to clean the mast. It does not appear to be cracked or anything. The plates all look good, But right now, where I have it, I have a piece of electrical pipe. One of these, I think I bought a 12-incher, maybe 14 inches, and I drove it into the ground. Actually, maybe it was a little bit longer. Maybe it was 18 inches, because I left 6 inches up, and the DX Commander just sits right on top of it. So now what I was going to do was, I want to look at the pipe. I'm going to pull the pipe up, see how it looks. Is it rusting? Is it not? I forget the composite. But I had an idea as Shannon was talking. I was like, maybe I should do that with the DX Commander. Run the DX Commander, or put something in there again. Because all I want to do is just keep it from kicking out. Because I run a set of guy wires. I run a set of guy wires, and then up at top, at maybe about the 12-foot end, 12-foot high, I run 3 pieces of wire horizontally. Not wire, rope. And
Okay.
it just prevents the top section from doing a hula dance. Because especially today, started last night, with the amount of winds we have right now that are gusting between 35 and 50, I don't want it to snap. And knock on wood, I've had no problems through what do you call those things? Tropical storms, the heavy rains, the heavy snow, the heavy winds, I'm a 5-minute walk down to the beach. So I'm more prone to stuff that comes either out of the northwest or the southeast. And just where that property is, where the DX Commander lies, it's kind of open. The houses are kind of all. It's very weird if I do something differently. For instance, like my Reliance antenna doesn't really get affected. It just stays up. I think Matt came over one night and did a blessing for me. Because I don't want to hear Izzo. He probably said, I don't want no email from Izzo. I don't want no Discord messages.
A little antenna pixie dust.
Yeah, but I've always thought about doing that. Drive some PVC into the ground, and then just drop your mast in or whatever, and guy it properly, and there you go. For something permanent.
Yeah. Speaking of guying too, I picked up the there was a good sale at Hamvention. I grabbed the Alpha Antennas 34.5 foot stainless steel whip, and it does come with a guy ring, and I set that up on Sunday in the backyard real quick for like the first time, just to practice setting that up. And until you get that thing, like the guy ring, or the guy lines on, I mean, that's 34.5 feet of stainless steel, and like it's bent like halfway, and like it's swinging over the fences. and like there was no breeze or anything. That's just like the weight. It thing is solid, and I'm looking forward to playing with it more. I just wanted to see what was involved with getting it set up, and it wasn't too bad. I'll be going out when I have more time and setting it up, and I'll take measurements at different lengths so I know where to set it for 40 meters, where to set it for 30, and I the 17-foot whip that I have already, I know by heart how many sections for what. So, but somebody QRP Life did a $20 super chat.
Nice.
Reallocated.
Oh, I know what I
burden
wanted to tell you before I forget. I'm talking like maybe, oh my god, mid '90s before RG8. This is even before RG8 400, I think, was available, or
Yeah.
whatever. Maybe it was the 213 stuff. I remember digging a trench about, I don't know, 15, 20 feet. Excuse me. Oh, and Rabbit, hello, man. I got your email. I'll take care of you Sunday, Monday. We're good. So, okay, I'm old. I don't want to lose my thought. Put the PVC pipe down and ran the feed line through it, because the old way of thinking, and again, well, maybe back then it wasn't old. It's all we knew, as well as the composite of the material that we're dealing with. You dug it down deep enough so you get past any winter frost or anything. No moisture down there is possible, and you wanted to run your feed line down into the ground, right? Now with this new feed line that's available from ABR and all these other places that is direct barrel, you don't have to worry about that stuff anymore. You just go down 6-8 inches. You just take a hoe, just make a quick thing, put it back, and you're good to go. But I do remember running feed line, and I remember pulling the feed line out when I had to move, and there was moisture down there. And maybe I caught it at a good time, because I didn't notice any VSWR problems. I didn't notice any other issues, but I'm wondering if there was going to be a problem, because back then we just had a different type of jacket that's available today. And who knows what's going to happen 10 years from now with all this material, with all these change. And we hope it's all good changes, right?
Yeah.
But that was another use of PVC. Again, drop it down, run the feed line inside it, or get like a 3-incher and you can run a couple lines through it.
So
But
my
I
base
had the
station-
elbow coming up. I had the elbow coming up to catch the drip.
My base station 20 and 70 is PVC piping with aluminum duct tape on it. It's been up for 3 years. Hasn't failed yet.
Here you go.
All right.
There you go. I feel confident with the direct barrel. I feel confident. I'm going to give it a shot. I've had no issues, but maybe it's my soil too. Who knows? Maybe I did go down deep enough. And I'm trying to keep this clean here tonight.
That's okay.
No.
Eric's not here.
As soon as Grouch and Eric show up, it's all downhill.
No, we have a lady present, so
I'm always present. That never stopped you guys before.
Yeah.
So speaking of Eric, though, should we talk about this now, or should we wait for him to come? Should we talk about him while he's not here?
I shouldn't have brought that up yesterday.
So Matt was on Brew and Activate yesterday, and he sort of brought up a little something that he said Shannon wants Eric to grow a beard. And I think most of you guys know I love a man with a beard. I think, the beard just makes the man, and a man without a beard isn't a man. He's just a boy. So there you go.
all right. I'm out. I'm out. See you later.
Yeah. My baby face can't do it.
I mean, at least you got a little bit of stubble going on there, right, Izzo? So you could grow one if you wanted to. Mike, I'm sure you could also grow one if you wanted to. So, Matt had said it out there. So I said, well, actually it was Eric who was the one who was like, you would have to raise at least $500 for me to grow a beard. And I don't know, guys, but that sounds like a pretty doable goal for me, right? At least to me. So he said that the super chats have to go in through his channel, N1JUR. But so I put in the first $20, and then I can't remember who it was yesterday, put in $5. So we need $475 more to make Eric grow a beard. And So, and then I had said, well, how about if the money goes to Teachers Institute, if that would, kind of sweeten the deal a little bit. So, if we all want to see Eric grow a beard, get on his channel there, N1JUR, send in those super chats. And I'm actually trying to make like a little something for the show. See, I wasn't very well prepared today, and I'm so sorry about that. But, I was in like another Discord meeting and I lost track of time and the fact that my electricity went off. So I was out of the house randomly driving around for like 4 hours trying to keep my devices charged up. But
Shannon,
yeah, and
tell you what I'll do. I'm not gonna put the money, but this is what I will do. Okay, or maybe I'll throw him some money. If he grows it sort of like what Matt's got going on, or Rabbit,
A rabbit
send.
stash.
No, yeah, but I think it should be a little bit more full for Eric. But
Yeah,
follow
mutton
me
chops.
on this.
Mutton chops for him.
I will whatever anybody recommends a nice or that nice conditioner for the hair, the nice oil, whatever it is to make it look not. I mean, I'm not talking shiny like a wax job, wax your vehicle. But let's make this man look good. I will buy that for him, and he can do it on stream. He can put it in stream. He can comb, do all that stuff, make it look. Because I know I can't. I've tried. I didn't shave for 3 weeks one time. I went crazy after about 4 days. I said I'm going to hold out, and let me tell you something. It came in, and it was the most ridiculous. Let me say, God blessed me in other areas. That's the one area He didn't bless me in. So.
Your brains.
Mike, how did you get thrown into this? The Mike and Eric beard fun?
Yeah,
it's
You
Matt.
too. You
I
too,
didn't say
Mike.
anything about Mike.
yeah. No,
Mike, if you grow it too, I'll buy conditioner. I'll buy some conditioner for your beard.
well, geez, if you're throwing in conditioner,
I'll tell you what. I'll even throw in a Genesee 6-pack of some cream ale for you too. Right?
yeah. See, Matt's like 6 dB. Rabbit's got like the 3 dB going, and I'm over here at like negative 2.14 or something. yeah. Hey, Chris, thanks for joining. It's already downhill, brother.
And yeah, so I was trying to clip that one part of the show out, but it must have still been processing because it wouldn't let me do the clip yesterday, but now it looks like it's letting me do the clip today. So I don't know if I'm going to get the clip out like while we're doing this because it might be too much for me to try to concentrate on so many things at once, but I'm working on a goal sheet right now. So we may have that to show on the show a little bit later. I'm getting on Canva. I'm trying to work on 2 things on one screen because I'm not fancy like you guys with your multiple monitors here, there, and everywhere. I'm just a simple girl with one screen.
That's all I have. No.
That's all I got.
And did we talk about what we were drinking yet? Did I miss that part?
Well, where's Rabbit? We got to talk about Rabbit.
Yeah. Rabbit.
Can we do drink?
Rabbit was doing such a good job holding it in when Izzo was talking about laying pipe and pipe lengths and everything. like his was like 6 inches, or is it 18 inches? And Rabbit's just like
my life the whole time.
You got holes in your tongue, son.
I was just watching Rabbit's face the whole time when Izzo's talking. It was like pure entertainment. What have you been up to, brother?
Not a whole lot. I blew the inflator antenna up in a literal sense.
Now I'm gonna have holes in my tongue.
I may have pulled it out at work to wipe it down because I haven't touched it in a while. It's been in the trunk, had a bunch of sand all over it. So took the air compressor at work, which is a commercial air compressor, and it inflates and gets rigid. And I was like, I could probably take a little bit more. Next thing I hear out of my left ear is my tinnitus ringing.
Oh boy.
So, and I got this fancy little doohickey in the mail for, let's see.
Damn green screen.
There he is.
Yeah.
There it is.
It's a
So
vape.
this is a air pump. It does inflation and deflation, and it
Ah.
has light.
Oh,
Where'd you get that? Was that
It's not
Amazon.
mine, baby. I swear.
I got it on Amazon, $24.
All
Wow.
right. So how does it? Okay. So on the receptacle area for the inflated antenna
Yep.
is how do I keep this clean?
A
How
valve.
does it insert?
Is there a
Next-
doohickey? Is there a doohickey that goes out and it goes into it? You know, is there?
I'm glad that you asked. There's multiple doohickeys that will be inserted into the.
I wish I
inflatable.
never asked, but go ahead.
Um, they will all get the mast erect. Just got to choose the one that fits you.
All right, what's that called? What's that thing called?
I'll send you the link.
Send me the
link.
link. Yeah, send me the
Yep.
link later. Yeah.
And
But
it's
but that'll both suck and blow, right?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the whole reason I got this was
This is
the
like
suction
Spaceballs.
part.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Rabbit.
No, you're good, brother. The whole reason I got this was for the sucking feature.
Well, that's why we buy. That's why
That's
when
the
you,
other
when-
stream.
Listen. When you're going to spend $24, you should get good quality.
Hey, look, I'm surprised because this is People's Republic material, and I'm like, I'm gonna make a video just on this. That's how impressed I am. For $24, what
Turn
you're
her
getting
on.
out of this?
Turn her on. Let's hear the sucking sound.
Oh, easy there, killer. That's for only
USB-C. All right, I'm going to ask a serious adult question. USB-C charging?
Yep,
Oh, Izzo's sold.
right there. Yep, and it's 2,500 amp hours. With the light on high, it will last. I think it said 4 hours.
You can never have enough light.
No, and it's bright. I'm like, all right, thinking it's going to be a.
When you
bow
were
thing.
blowing it up, did you have the light on?
No. I like it off, depending
You like it off.
on the inflatable.
Right.
We don't even have comebacks. We're just like,
Look at Shannon. I just watch her face.
I'm coloring right now. One moment.
She's gonna put us all in timeout. I'm
Yeah.
waiting for her to.
She's writing us up to Eric.
Eric, yes.
Dear
Eric,
believe what they did.
HR,
Eric,
it's been a while.
Eric, you better grow that beard because these guys just.
Oh,
She wanted to grow a beard. I wanted to grow a beard. That Shannon, I think that's awesome. I say that very seriously. That's awesome.
Yep.
And
so it's
donate the
fun.
money. Donate the money for something. I like that. That's nice.
Anyway, on the
Alright.
drinks. What are we
yeah,
all drinking?
drinks.
I know.
Well,
Mike's drinking.
Izzo, I think someone asked earlier, what cigar are you smoking? Did you say?
This is the Jaime Garcia.
Okay, that's what someone
Yeah.
asked. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm running down. I got to buy some more. This is the 6x60. I was smoking some Olivas for a couple days. I'm in the garage. The tent's gone. It's so cold. I'm sure up there you guys are. It's freezing down here. Not that it's like 52 right now, 54. High. Again, I told you about the high crazy winds. I'm in the garage. I think John asked me if I had a candle over by the fertilizer. No, that's bird food. We're not ready to go now. We're not going. My goal is to be 100. If I want to do something stupid at 100, well, we'll do it at 100. But we're not going to do it now. So,
Yeah.
and I'm just drinking some. I think this Diet Coke. This is just some regular Diet Coke.
Gotcha. Anything fun in the cup there, Shannon?
Yeah, so I went to the adult beverage store as I was making my rounds, trying to find.
You had 4 hours. You had 4
Yeah.
hours.
So, trying to find one that was not affected by the power outage, right? So I had to, increase my circle. I went to Cappy's. If you guys, are familiar with the Northeast, I like Cappy's. They have a good selection. So I found this one. It's called Ricky Sour, and it's by Night Shift Brewery. So it is a sour ale with lime and raspberry, and I love raspberry lime Rickies. Ever since I was a kid,
Okay.
used to go to Brigham's. Who here went to Brigham's? And I used to get raspberry lime rickeys there all the time, and they would make them like fresh. They would cut up the lime and squeeze it with the raspberry sauce and squirt the soda water in there. Oh my gosh. So I got to crack this open and give this a try. And then once I finished that, I picked up this from Sandy Neck Cider Company, crafted on the Cape, and it's called Revolutionary Dry. It's a limited release. So that is a hard apple cider. So I'm gonna give that
Nice.
a try too. So
All
I'll
right.
let
So
you guys
Shannon,
know.
question for you.
Yes.
Down here, especially in the inner cities in Connecticut, they call the nickname has always been the Packy. Some of the actual logos, the LED, still say package store. What do in your neck of the woods? Do they call them liquor stores, package stores, packies? What do you?
No, I would say that it's like the Packy, right?
It's the Packy.
So, and actually, if you're on my Adventures in Wonderland Discord server, which you should be, Izzo, because you're in Connecticut, right? So you're in one land.
I'm in one land, yeah.
Yeah, so my channel on that server for Packet Radio is called Hitting Up the Packy.
I never realized. Oh my god, I never realized that. Let me go look right now. That's awesome.
But so, I don't want Miles to go around saying like, "Oh, my mom's going to the Packy." Like it makes me sound like an alcoholic, right? So I call it the adult beverage store. So Miles actually called it that the other day. He was like, "Hey, look, Mom, it's the adult beverage store." I'm like, "Yep, that's right. That's what it is."
Rabbit.
Yeah, what you got, Rabbit?
10-ounce Michelob.
Ooh.
Is it Michelob or Mick Ultra? Against...
Mick Ultra.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Nice. And I already drank the New Trails Backcountry. This was actually pretty good. Had an orange citrus and like some piney resin taste to it, so that was good. Now I'm washing it down with nitro milk stout.
Nice.
Yeah,
Very nice.
It's nice and smooth. I like it. Left-Handed Brewing Company. And Mike, we know what Mike's drinking. He's
Yeah.
sponsored.
Utica Club. Old school. The first beer brewed after Prohibition in the U.S.
That's all I remember from the 24-hour POTA was pounding those down.
Yeah. It's a
So
beer
what's
beer.
a pilsner? What is a pilsner? What makes a pilsner versus what is a pil? I don't even know what a pilsner is. I mean, I know it's beer, but what's the?
Yeah. It's a type of a lager.
Pale lager.
Yeah, if you were to break beer into like a couple categories, it depends on the type of yeast that you use, if it ferments from the top or the bottom. And I can never remember which one is which, but the type of yeast that goes into making ales is going to usually give you a lot more of the hoppy characteristics and flavors.
I like an ale.
If you think of like
IPAs
IPAs and you get that hoppy, whether it's the citrusy or the piney, then there's the lagers, which are a lot more, I hate to say bland, but sometimes that's what you want, is like a beer that just tastes like beer. And a Pilsner is a type of a lager. It's usually pretty crisp and light. So I mean, I call this a beer. Like, I mean, it's a beer that tastes like beer. It's not anything fancy.
Schlitz, give me something that maybe I've had is like, okay, the old days. Schlitz is in the category.
Did you know that Schlitz Brewery just went out of business? Actually,
I saw that in the news.
Yeah, I saw. I'm like, I guess no one's drinking it anymore. I guess.
Yeah.
And it was like this big deal because I watched a YouTube video about it from one of the news stations about how like they had like all these official Schlitz like pubs that had like this beautiful like stonework logo outside their buildings and stuff. And yeah, how they're basically having like these big Schlitz send-offs. So it's really sad, right? And then like if anyone here who knows like old timey TV, Laverne and Shirley, they worked at the Shots Brewery, which was supposed to be Schlitz, and it was actually filmed in like the Schlitz bottling plant.
Oh, I didn't know that. Awesome.
Yeah.
Excellent trivia. Excellent trivia.
That was a really, really sad thing that I saw, like an iconic piece of American history that we're losing. So,
Nice, Greg.
Yeah, great. Yeah, I didn't bring any to the campsite this year. I brought it there last year. I brought a bunch of Jenny stuff with me out this year. And thank you, Matt, for doing the gifted
welcome.
memberships, which you got one yourself, so you can use the Utica Club
I did.
emoji if you refresh.
Oh man, that's
But
awesome. Let me
but
refresh.
congrats to Norman Janes, Don, David G 5308, Man of War, on the gifted memberships or receiving those. Appreciate it, and you'll get Met channel members get early access to videos. There's some really cool. I think they're really cool emoji that you get to use and stuff. So appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Now we
And-
got the song. Now
Yeah.
we got the song. If you know Laverne Shirley,
Yes, it's in my head.
And
I got it.
yeah,
I'm singing it.
Yeah.
So Adirondack DFL posted Schlemazel, and did you know that those are actual like Yiddish words? And they
Really?
do mean
Really?
something. I gotta look it up to remember what it is, but I did actually look it up before about what Schlemazel means. I'm gonna look it up right now just so we can have like our little teaching moment on Northeast Ham Radio, right?
Oh,
And
you lost Izzo.
I think he's going to find something.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You refresh, Matt. You're using the UC emoji.
yeah.
I see.
I had to.
Yeah. Yeah. I was struggling to think. So wait for Izzo to put his headphones back on. Now that Izzo's back, I was just gonna say you're asking for something that this might be comparable to, and I'd almost say like a Corona, where it's gonna be like a real light golden type beer and stuff. So that's the best I could come up with.
Shannon, what is? If you know, you know.
Oh, wait
Picture-
a minute. I got to make my screen big again.
Okay. So it's a bottle of beer going down, and then what does Laverne do? She says, "I'm done with this place." And she puts her glove, and it goes right down the line. If you know, you know.
So I have the meaning. So a schlemiel is a Yiddish term for a clumsy, inept, or foolish person who is chronically unlucky. And schlemazel is a Yiddish word that means a difficult, messy, or muddled situation. So there's your little trivia that you guys can like kind of put in your back pocket and pull it out whenever someone's talking about Laverne and Shirley. So when someone mentions schlemiel, schlemazel, you can say, "Hey, do you know what that means?" A schlemiel is a chronically unlucky person, and a schlemazel is a difficult, messy, or muddled situation.
Okay, so were they referring to them, or were they referring to Lenny and Squiggy, or was it just it's a song, it's the words, let's not even go any further. You know what I'm saying? I wonder if there's something deep rooted into that.
Yeah,
Why the writer said those words. That's excellent.
There's like, a lot of, English and American vernacular, I think borrows a lot from Yiddish words. And, like I like to say schlepper, like someone who carries stuff around, right? So I was calling Miles my schlepper at Hamvention because I made him wear like his Mickey Mouse backpack, and anything that I didn't want to carry, I stuck into his bag. So that's another Yiddish-ism, a schlepper. The more you know, guys.
After stream, maybe behind the scenes, I'll tell you the one word that was given to me long time ago. It's a special meeting. I can't use it. I can't use it anymore, but I'll tell you guys later.
Poor Miles.
Poor Miles.
Listen, okay. What is a kid for if not to make them your pack mule, right?
That's your Poda wagon.
Exactly.
And when mommy goes to the adult beverage store, I gotta push the carriage, and then I gotta load up the Subaru with it all.
The Subi. How is the Subi doing? Did it survive the trip?
It did survive the trip, so I brought it to the mechanic guy, and he replaced that one wheel bearing that was bad, and he was like, "Oh, the one on like the front driver's side sounds like it could be going." Well, now I'm like driving around, and yeah, it's making a racket. So I'm like, they should have just replaced it before I went because it was going anyway. No, they just want me to have to bring it back in 6 months and get it done. And then I never got the air conditioner fixed, which I should have done because then it was 91 degrees driving home all day, 15 hours on Monday from
Oh.
Ohio to Massachusetts. And then it was 99 degrees the Tuesday after Hamvention here in Massachusetts. It was ridiculously hot. So, but I found out there is like a problem, a known issue with Subarus of a certain year that somehow the clutch on the AC compressor wears out way faster than it actually should because the car only has 89,000 miles on it and it's a 2014. So, yeah, it is like, over 10-year-old car at this point, but it doesn't have very high mileage. So, why is the AC compressor weak? Apparently, you can take out a shim out of the AC compressor and it makes the clutch engage more so that it still will work instead of having to replace the whole AC compressor. But then like you have to like put all these washers on the bolt to make the belt pass still go the same. So it sort of sounds like a little bit of a janky, complicated fix, but it also stops you from having to replace the whole AC compressor. So I would have to find a mechanic that would be willing to do that for me.
What? Paul didn't do it when you're down at Hamvention?
No, Paul was not getting under my carriage at Hamvention.
Whoa. We weren't talking about that.
Well, thanks again, Matt, for we got some new members. Matt did not gift to himself this time.
I was wanting to see if that would work.
It's funny when that, like, I've done that before in chats, and then like you end up gifting yourself and you kind of like out yourself. It's like, oh yeah.
It wasn't rigged.
No, so JP Daly, Noel's, Paul, Franklin Mon, Haas, welcome aboard. Awesome. Enjoy the memberships.
When
So
you give yourself, we're now going to call it meal or a shamazel, whatever.
So, do you guys want to show my screen, or do we want?
Yeah,
to
because
Well, what is it? What's that down there?
Yeah, we were getting questions in the.
Is that the schmazel or shamizzle?
Oh, this guy's definitely a
Yep, fired
schlemiel.
What does Rabbit think? What is it?
I have the screen share up, but I don't know how to put it up on the.
Oh, I can do it.
Mike,
Right.
Mike will do it. Mike
Just
will do it.
add the
Is
scene.
that Eric with a beard?
Oh my God, that is Eric, isn't it? Man, he can pull it off. He can pull that off. He
Duck
looks
Dynasty.
great.
He should get a Duck Dynasty beard. Hell yeah.
It looked like the New England version of the Tech Prepper.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh yes.
Yes.
All right. We got to start making memes like that. Yes.
Yes.
So this is a preview of what Eric would look like with a beard. So again, if we want to see Eric with a beard, you have to go on N1JUR YouTube, okay? I don't think he's going to accept it if it goes on anyone else's YouTube. But you gotta go on N1JUR YouTube, get those super chats in. We'll see them come in. I will add them to the goal board. And he said if we get 500, he'll grow a beard. So we got to hold him to it, right? Because there were many, many witnesses that heard that yesterday on the show. And I am going to clip it out. So I'm going to clip it out. I'm going to post it on on the Live Free and Ham Discord. And, I'll have it up on my page too. So.
We're going to put him on Clubhouse now. We're going to put him back on Clubhouse for this.
Wow.
With the beard, they'll never know who he is.
Yeah.
Change his call sign too.
I'm jealous. I want that beard. I'm jealous now.
Well,
I don't want AI.
And that's with Izzo's nice donation of the moisturizer and everything. It looked beautiful there.
Exactly. Let me tell you something.
You gotta have the beard oil, right?
Oh, yeah.
You
that's
do.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's right. You got to keep the ladies happy.
I had ChatGPT give a few different options on, what the beard could
Okay.
possibly look like. Some of them were a little ridiculous.
All
One of
white,
them was
grayed
like
out.
one of them was like a mustache with the little curls in it,
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
which,
Raleigh fingers.
I mean, that
Raleigh fingers. Oh my god, yeah.
if you can do that with your mustache, it looks so cool. And then one of them was like a really a gray kind of beard, but I thought that one suited him the best. So that we want him to still look good, right? We're not trying to make him look bad.
No, that looked good.
I thought so too.
I did. It looked awesome. Rabbit, can you do the up handlebar up here on both sides?
Yeah. If I had some wax, I can.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, look
yeah,
at that. You
yeah.
can totally
Look
do
at
it.
that.
Doc Holliday coming on.
Oh,
Doc,
yeah.
that's right, Doc. Yeah.
And it actually works because I actually have a bald spot right here. It just grows over. It grows in all white trash like. That's why I don't have a beard.
I think that's what Eric's afraid of, the white trash looking beard.
We're getting recommendations in the chat.
Striking Viking. Yeah.
Yeah.
know,
All right.
I'm telling
Eric better
you,
get in here.
listen, there are so many ham radio guys that have beards, right? I don't know if that's just like a thing, but the beard companies definitely should be sponsoring the ham radio guys with beards, I think.
Mm-hmm.
The 5-2 product.
The 5-2. I love that. The 5-2 product.
Mike's like, all right, I'm growing it.
Yeah, leave no beard behind.
Yeah.
That's a T-shirt there. Where's Quirky QRP?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, I'm getting reports that my niece has lost power down in Acushnet now. So.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah, the winds have been crazy. I've been watching, man. The
And
winds have been crazy.
it's like we have so many up here in the Northeast, right? All of our power lines really are above ground. I'm sure you have the same thing, Izzo. So when a tree falls on the power lines or branches or whatever, then it just knocks out the power. And I was actually saying earlier to, I was texting with one of my mom friends, and I was like, oh, did you lose power? Because she lives up the street from me. And she was like, yeah, we just lost it. And she was like, I hope it's not out for too long. And I'm like, well, I would prepare for this to be probably a long-term event, because I will say the last time we lost power for an extended period of time, it was in March of 2025, right? It was last year. It was right around International Women's Day Photo Party. And the power was out for over 24 hours. And part of the problem is that when it's windy like this, they can't put the guys in the bucket trucks because it's too dangerous. So,
I believe 35. I believe 35 sustained. Don't quote me on that, but I believe 35 sustained, or maybe 25 sustained and a 35 plus gust. You're absolutely right. They can't go up. It's for their safety, and you got to just wait. You got to wait. That's why, after all these years of doing emergency management, Red Cross stuff over the years, we all done our different. What I do at my house is going to be different than the difference between the 4 years, because you go with probability statistically. Then when it does happen, you always say, how long was the last one, or how long was the worst one? My biggest thing is I got off of gasoline generators because I used to fill up the 5-gallon, big red jerry cans, the plastic jerry cans. But when the power goes out, now your local gas station doesn't have power, so you're not going to get. So now you got to drive 50 miles to get gas in like 2 or 3 days. It's not economical. I just said, give me the propane. I brought a propane generator. That generator will never see gasoline. It's not going to get gummed up. Once a year, I change the oil, run it 3 or 4 times a year with a load, no load. But I think I got a 100-gallon tank of propane. Propane's good. It's not going to go. I played the game of, putting stables in and then use the gas later, 5 months later in the truck or in John Deere. Got tired of playing games, so that's it. Propane is the way to go. But that's for me. We've calculated based upon this house needs, we're good for about 2 weeks. So if Armageddon comes, it is what it is.
Did you
Yeah.
have an
Do what you
image,
gotta
Rabbit?
do.
Did you want to put that image up, Rabbit? Oh boy. Want me to add this?
Yes, put that up.
Yeah.
Big screen, baby.
Look at that.
Oh, that looks good on you, Mike.
That obviously
Zoom in.
somebody confirmed you, right? So you, yeah,
Yeah.
hell yes. We all make that. We all make that face. We
Wait, hold
all
on.
make that face.
Let me see that again.
Zoom in on the beard, man.
I don't know how to embiggen it even more, but you know who that kind of looks like from afar?
I think I know.
It looks like Scott from Ham Radio for Non-Techies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that.
Embiggen, that's awesome.
Enhance.
I worked
Yes.
a park to park this afternoon. One of my last contacts was a park to park on 18 meters. I'm sorry, 17 meters in Utah.
Wow.
And it was like a 3-3, but guess what? It still counts. We still were able to hear each other. I had a very low noise floor, but that's, again, we all make that face. We all make that face. If anyone says they don't make that face, they're lying.
Yeah, no, John, that was AI. He's asking if that was me with a beard.
Yeah. No, you should have said that was me 15 years ago,
Yeah.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
Witness protection.
Witness protection.
Yeah. I got warrants. I can't go back to jail.
Jail. You don't go to jail. You go back to prison. You go back to the big house. Jail.
That's why he lives right next to the border to run across.
Yeah. Yeah. They're going to send you someplace nice and warm. All right. It'll be warm, all right. Maricopa.
Hey.
You won't be drinking any beer
Shave twice
either.
a day to look like a kid. I am blessed. I can like easily go like every other day, no problem.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wish.
Yeah. Yeah, and the money that I save on razors, I can invest in antenna and quality coax. So that's the way I look at it.
Me shaving this morning.
No, you gotta use
5
like
o'clock shadow grown.
you gotta use like an electric razor. You know, you gotta get with the Manscaped. Who here uses Manscaped? Anyone? Yeah, aren't they awesome?
I don't
You
use
know-
it on my face though.
No, you use the other one.
Oh boy.
Well, you have to have one's day. Okay,
This is going
one.
places.
Yeah, I'm not even. I was going to say something, but
So Peter bought like some Manscaped shavers shortly before he passed away, actually. So now I have them and I use them, and I think they're great. And they're rechargeable, you know, USB-C rechargeable, so you can't go wrong with that. Like you can never find, never not find a charging cable or whatever, because everything we have is USB-C now. So
waterproof. They're waterproof. Yeah,
I
man,
think
they're great.
I think they make like a women's one too, but don't quote me on that. But yeah, I think they're great. Great gift for, like, you know, if there's any other women out there watching, which I'm sure there probably isn't. But you know, great Father's Day's coming up, you know, so even for the guys, like maybe if you want to drop some hints to your YLs or XYLs, or, you know, get it for yourself as a gift for Father's Day.
I wouldn't give it to my ex. I wouldn't tell my ex-YL, my ex-wife, to give it to. No.
No, XYL doesn't mean ex-wife.
I know that. I'm just.
But yeah, so you know, that's the story with that.
The woman's one's just different color.
Yeah, you know, they just make it pink. And then
Chris
charge
says he
you
needs a
$25.
mower. Chris needs a mower.
Yep. Yeah. See, this is what happens without Eric or Grouch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like man,
Eric was just
taping-
Eric just texted me, and he's like, he said they're out of the movie, about 30 minutes out.
How's it
So
going?
no set,
So what did he go see? That's what I want to
Yeah.
know. Do you have to wait for him to get
he didn't
here?
say, and he's like, I know I'll take the rap, but you know, like, he doesn't think he's gonna make it, but He's like, what's
He's
everyone
doing
talking
it.
about? And I was like, beards.
Yeah.
They want us to have a competition.
He's doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
Shannon took over as talking about beards.
Yeah.
Look, if we have a competition, I'll grow this out and braid it.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Pippi Longstocking
Ooh.
style.
hmm I've had
But
it down. Like,
unfortunately, I can't grow a beard, so I can't be part of the competition.
Could
so.
you do? You
your
can
hair
do
looks
like the Raleigh fingers. Can you do like? Can you make like a 2-element Yagi, or can you do like?
Oh yeah.
if I grow
Will
it out
it
long enough, I
antenna?
can.
Will it tenna? Will it tenna?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Hook a
Put some
G90
aluminum
to it.
foil on it.
Yeah.
Little
G90.
mesh node antenna.
Oh, the first
Well,
casualty.
there is that lady that puts the antenna in her hair at Hamvention.
Yeah, they were
I've heard
talking
about her.
that. How she walks around, man. That's so cool.
Antenna hair lady. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know Matt didn't make it to Hamvention, right?
Not this year, but I clear my schedule for next.
Yeah.
Yes.
You and Shannon, you
Yeah.
and I are the only two on stream that made it. So
Yeah,
and
so you gotta go to that 4 days in May thing, Matt, because I think your little QRP bug out mini, I
Yes.
think that would do so well there.
I do too.
Yeah.
Awesome. Sweet.
Yeah. Vendor night and I know this was your first Hamvention, Shannon? Or you were there last year, I think, right?
I was there last year, but I didn't go to the 4 days in May
Okay.
because I got there on Friday morning.
Okay. I'm curious what you think about the 4 days in May because, I'll mention that when I've gone out, this 5 years I've gone out to Hamvention. This is my 5th year. Last year was the first time I went to 5 days in May. And when I went and I was like, how have I missed this? Like, I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that I've been missing out on this all these years. I thought it was just fantastic, and there's everyone is in that little room, but there's some really good vendors, and it's the hams making hams, hams making stuff for hams, not hams making hams, but you know what I mean. And you have like spool tenna, but you have K6 ARK. Adam's got a little table. Yeah. A lot of stuff, the Morse, I don't know, the very expensive CW keys that my buddy Jeff, who's in the chat now, bought one.
Carlo, yeah,
Actually, he
Carlos
bought
was
two,
talking.
one for somebody else too.
I think Carlos was also talking.
Yeah, the Morse Mania or
about
something. I don't
Morse
know.
Mania, yeah.
No, Modern Morse. You're talking
Modern
about.
Morse.
Modern Morse, yeah.
Yeah.
So I know they sound expensive, right? But they're totally worth it. They're so small. They fit right in the palm of your hand. They're all metal. They're like hand machine made and put together. Aaron is a good friend of ours. So they are 100% worth it. And I'm with you, Mike. I would rather support my fellow ham radio operator than like support some, big business conglomeration, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with, with a big business, but if I can get something from a friend and it helps them out, then I'm all for that. And especially, when what the friend is selling is a good product and you believe in it. And for me, I'm actually waiting for him to make me one that's pink and green, and then I'm totally going to buy one. And I don't even do Morse code yet, right? But I do want to learn it. And I think having something that will be very portable for POTA will be a good thing for sure.
Yeah, I picked up a key. I got one from Chuck from Coffee and Ham Radio's KK6 USY, and it's one of the small 3D printed ones. I have the Zygu straight key and paddle that I got from Radioddity back in the winter, and I'm gonna start learning this summer. But I knew that I'm gonna need something small and portable that I can put in my like ICOM 705 bag, and so I love to support the hams making stuff, and Coffee and Ham Radios are great. Chuck makes some really good stuff, and it was like a really reasonable price. As much as I wanted to buy, was it the Modern Morse or whatever, like one of those like key, because I know and Palm was there, and I know that some of these keys are like unobtainium. Like they're like when they're available, they're there and they sell quick, and then they're gone. And then you have to wait, and you don't know when they're going to come around again. But I'm like, I haven't even started yet. So if I I meet my goal and I learn CW. I do my first CW POTA, and if I catch the bug and I like it, and next year's the year to make that investment and get something a little bit more expensive and higher quality.
You know
and
what I'm
stuff.
seeing, and again, I'm not. This is just an observation.
Mhm.
Tell me if I'm right or wrong. How I buy antennas. I think if I was into CW, I think I'd have as many keys as I do antennas. I just think it's just part of, you just can't have one. You just can't have one antenna. And they all do, they're all made a little bit differently, but we have our favorites. But I think the guys with the keys are the same thing. They may have 5 or 6 keys, but they have that 2 or 3. Especially the guys who maybe go out and play POTA, play Islands on the Air, or whatever, sodas. Then you got the guys at the house, and I bet you they have their own specialty. Because I remember my grandfather was that way. He had this famous, this old Navy key. Which, what do you call it? It wasn't the paddle. What do you call it? The key that just goes down, up and down.
Straight key.
A straight key.
Yeah.
It weighed a couple pounds, but for crying out loud, the man would not. We used to kid. We're going to bury you with it to keep the coffin down. And he was like, yeah. What I mean? And when he passed, what we did was all the little things in the shack. The idea was for the family to take certain things, and I believe one of my cousins or an uncle has it, and I was happy because because it only would have sat on a shelf in my house versus their house. But it's about a memory. It's about a memory of what that person liked, loved, and dedicated themselves in the hobby. But like I said, I think I could picture you, Mike, doing that, buying a whole bunch of keys, like your antennas, and there's nothing wrong with that because what
Yep.
the heck. I mean, what the heck we got to spend our money on? Beard conditioner? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need another beer before we push this rabbit screenshot up.
Yeah. I see the thumbnail
Oh,
down below.
man.
I'm like,
Holy
oh
moly.
boy. You're on mute.
You're on mute,
I think someone muted him.
His
I don't
attorney.
want no. I may go blind. I think
Somebody
everyone
asked
watching this
for
is
it.
going to go blind if they see
And
that.
I
If they
think
see that.
she looks handsome.
Who asked
You think he looks handsome?
Who asked for it? It
Wow.
turned out to be
Like-
Do you want me
Rabbit
to
like
pull it
you,
up,
man.
Shannon, or not?
It's fine.
Okay.
Rabbit, like you, when we go on a
Rabbit
lot of
says I-
fire
We-
calls,
we
you
love
never
you,
know what
Shan.
you're going to get.
Wow. Listen, okay, some ladies made a lot of money in the sideshow doing that.
That part.
Yep.
All right, someone get to work on Izzo. Someone get to work on Izzo.
Oh man, listen. Listen. You can go to various websites. You can upload a picture of yourself, a JPEG, and you can try on these different beards and this and that. I don't know. I found one a long time ago. It was tight. I thought I looked great. Everyone said no way. I don't know. I thought it made me look. I don't think I have it anymore. I think I saved it.
You still got it, Izzo. You still got it.
All right, hang on. Let me go to the Google Drive. Let me see if I can find it.
Down memory lane he goes.
Yeah.
Here we go into
Oh, boy.
the
This guy
archive.
saves everything.
No. Only the appropriate stuff. Only the
Mike-
appropriate stuff.
No,
Eric
only
is
the
like-
inappropriate stuff.
The only the
Flying through all
inappropriate.
those red lights. He's flying through all those red lights with his wife getting home. I gotta
Yeah.
get on the stream and get this thing in order.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the pivot back while Izzo's looking to some of the Hamvention and the 4 days in May. The vendor night is great. So anyone, if you're in the chat, if you haven't been to vendor night or you haven't been to Hamvention, definitely work that vendor night in that Thursday night. It's a really good event, and you have everybody just in one ballroom. It's like a small ballroom at the hotel. But everyone's there, and it's just great to see everyone who's just come into town for the show, and it's a good place to spend, and fold some paper because there's some great stuff that hams are selling there, and who knows, maybe Matt will be there next year. We'll see.
Yeah, I'll definitely be there. I move my calendar.
So Thomas Julius 114 said, "What's the goal for Matt to shave his live?" Which I think is very fair, right? Because
Okay,
he was
I'll
the
shave
one
it
that-
live.
He
I'll
was the
save it
one that
live.
first.
Oh, you can't just say you got to fight.
Oh, well, okay.
You want to get money, right? Like,
So listen, if we want to make this a competition, should we say that the competition is whoever gets to $500 first? If Matt gets to $500 first, he has to shave his beard live, and if Eric gets to $500 first, he has to grow a beard.
Hey,
Does
well.
that sound fair? And you guys got to donate to the money to the
Oh,
Teachers
yeah.
Institute.
Definitely.
and what are we going to call this challenge? Are we going to call it growers or showers?
Yes, yes,
Yes, the
Eric,
grower shower
yes.
challenge.
Eric has to grow a beard, and Matt has to show us his face.
Nice deal.
I'll shave for that.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Did I miss a 6-7?
Should it be $600 or $700 goal?
Yeah.
6 or 7.
Yeah. Yeah. Mental note made not to like bring Matt to negotiate a new car purchase.
Oh, yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, that's a good price.
That's a,
All right, so you guys heard it live here first. The challenge is called the Grower or Shower Challenge. And if Matt raises $500 in super chats on his channel, he will grow.
I have to enable super chats first.
He will shave his beard. You can't even do super chats?
Oh, I can enable it. I haven't done it. Or do I have to? I don't know.
Yeah,
I have to
so
check.
yeah, okay. Well, now we got to check and see if we can even do this challenge. So
Uh-oh.
if Matt can get $500 super chats on his channel, he will shave his beard. And if Eric can get $500 in super chats on his channel, he will grow a beard. So
I'll
let's
just mail. I'll mail him my beard.
let's get those super chats in for Teachers Institute, guys. Now I gotta make a new goal chart. Matt has to send me Matt has to send me a headshot of himself, and I'll have to ask ChatGPT to take his beard off.
Oh, I could take the beard off.
and,
Here, I'll get
put
you a
it
picture.
on the put it on my little chart.
I just sent Eric a text and about the challenge. He's probably that'll be amusing, especially if he has like Siri read it while he's in the car with the wife and kids. Grower or shower challenge.
Oh man, he's like, "What are you guys doing?"
Yeah.
So
It's
so
a
I like I
mustache.
said, I'm curious to know what movie he went to go see. I don't know if you guys have seen any good movies lately. I watched Project Hail Mary yesterday. I don't know if you guys have seen that or not, but it was really good. I wanted to listen to the audiobook before I saw the movie, and I started to listen to the audiobook when I was driving to Hamvention. But it was hard to hear it because I had to open the windows because it was so hot in the car. And when I was driving there, I was calling people on the phone to talk to me and keep me awake so I didn't fall asleep behind the wheel. But from the first few chapters that I listened to it was really good. And then I ended up watching the movie yesterday, and the movie was really cute. And it there's nothing offensive in there. It's only rated PG-13. So if you have kids, you can watch it with your kids. And yeah, so I highly, highly recommend it. I mean, Ryan Gosling is pretty easy on the eyes, right? So that wasn't a tough choice to watch that. He even has a beard in the beginning, so I think he kind of keeps a little bit of thank you for the super chat, RGD Radio, the £5. It's probably I think $1.30 is £1. So so we'll put that in as I'll do the conversion rate. Actually, I don't know whose channel that came in on.
It came through on mine, so thank you.
Wait.
RGD Radio.
Who's down there? Who's down there?
Who's down where?
I don't know. Rabbit did something.
God. Rabbit is
Rabbit's the man. Rabbit's awesome.
He is on the AI train tonight.
All right, let's see here.
And I'll toss up One without a
Oh, look
beard.
at that stud muffin.
Oh, I like that. Send that to me. I want that. Who actually did that?
That's Rabbit, man. Rabbit's awesome.
Rabbit, send that to me. I want that.
He's
I
gonna
don't
frame
care.
that. He's printing that and framing it.
Oh, I'm telling you, I will take that and I will glue that to my face, and that will not come off till I'm 100. I don't care. I want that. That's what I want. I want my genes to do that. I wanted my genes. My uncles were. You talk about having to shave twice. I remember my uncle. He had 2 jobs, and on Saturday night he would get out of his second job like at 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and he took my aunt out every single Saturday night. And he'd come home, and I remember one night she sends, because he worked in this warehouse. He made band saws, smelling like oil and metal. He had to go upstairs, and he'd shave again. He'd have to shave again. Yeah, I was like, man, when I get to be, that's what I want. I want to be that kind of a guy, God.
Goers and growers.
Sorry, I'm trying to do something to my channel quick.
Don,
Yeah,
I sent it to you
somehow,
on
I was
Discord.
seeing if I had some membership gifts that I could give out.
So RGD was saying he was talking in my chat, but he wasn't getting a response. But I think somehow I actually have 2 streams of the same thing up and running. So if you if you're not getting any response and if you're not seeing anyone chatting, then switch to the other one, because I do have Jason KD2 UDR is in my chat. James KI5 OEB is in my chat. Nathan from Scotland. I'm sorry, I can't remember your call sign. It's like MM9 something. He's in my chat. And of course, my best friend, Mike Smith, Golf Zero RFD is in there. And I think that's it for people in my chat right now. But you know me, I'm never just monitoring one chat. I got Live Free and Ham open too, and Jabberjaws is in there. K1LY, Bearded Jackhole, Sean AA4AT is in there. We got Corey N1XWS is in there. Chris KD9YSW is in there. KY4TRK is in there. They're all in the Live Free and Ham channel. And then I got Grouch's channel open. I got Eric's channel open. So, and I just saw a ton of gifted memberships come in.
Yeah, Mike just blown away.
Yeah.
On Mike's channel.
Yeah, so Jason was asking in the chat, and for those of us, or those who might not be familiar with channel memberships, if you reach a certain threshold of different likes or subscribers and watch hours and stuff, you can monetize and enable memberships. I did it just as an opportunity. If people want to give back, they can. I don't really keep anything. There's only a couple things that have really been, members only. It's nothing earth shattering, but it's a way to give back and support. But the creators, we're allowed to give 10 free memberships each month. Gift them, and you do it. They do it in like increments of 5, which is why I just did 5 and 5. And I lose out on the opportunity to do that tomorrow. So, and you can only do it during a premiere or a live stream. But
how does Tortoise? But how does Tortoise? When Tortoise gives like 20, and he's done that.
Well, you can buy them. If you're in the chat and you want to buy the membership, if you look down where you would type in your comments, like the chat, there's a little $sign, and if you click on that, you can do like a super chat. You can buy gift memberships, or you can, I think it's like a sticker or super sticker or something like that. The chats you can assign like a dollar amount to. You can do a super chat for $2 or $20 or whatever, and type in your comment, or you can gift memberships, and then I think it lets you do like 1, 5, 10, 20, like, or something. They're in like some increments. So anyway, that's how it works. But if you are a channel member, thank you very much. I appreciate the support very, very much, and stuff. And I know I subscribe, Clubhouse and a whole bunch of other channels and stuff too, to show my support, because I understand now being on this side of the screen, some of the work, the effort, and the money that goes into some of this stuff. But don't feel like you need to contribute or anything either. I'm just here to have fun, at the end of the day and stuff, and hopefully everyone else is as well. Yes, $20 membership is a $20 membership, and I almost did that for grins and giggles when I became monetized. I almost had like a $20 is $20 tier, and I was like, some people are gonna get that and they're gonna laugh their ass off, and others are gonna be like turned off. I'm like, nah, just keep it simple.
And yeah, RGD Radio, I appreciate that you wanted to donate to me. I don't have enough subscribers to monetize my page yet.
Yeah.
But so if you wanted to make a donation, I know you donated to Mike, also N1JUR, because I'm on Brew and Activate every Friday from 10 a.m. until 11 a.m. And then I was sort of thinking of setting up like a buy me a coffee page. So if people are interested in donating to me, I could set up a buy me a coffee page. Cause I do love my Dunkin' Donuts and I'm not sponsored. So, my coffee is like $4.50 or something like that, a large iced coffee with 4 milk and 4 sweet and low. If anyone's ever wondering what my coffee order is.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you. I was just going to ask you that. So you're just you're a basic coffee,
Thanks,
but
Jeff.
you want 4. Shannon, what do you like for your coffee?
Yeah, so my Dunkin' Donuts order is a large iced coffee with 4 milk and 4 sweet and low.
4. Wow. Okay. You don't like that latte stuff and the stuff on the top and the swirl and the mocha latte or whatever?
Like,
She's a simple girl.
Yeah, I don't want to say I'm a basic bitch, but Matt,
No, I always find I always ask because and I don't judge. I just find it very interesting. Like, I'm not a coffee drinker, but I find it very, very interesting when you ask somebody what type. When you say, because coffee is so generic now, you have to almost go to that next level of, well, what do you mean coffee? So.
Yeah, so Matt put it a lot nicer that I'm a simple woman, and it is true. I'm a simple woman with simple needs, and I used to get just a large iced coffee regular, right? And if you're from New England, you know what a regular is. A regular is 4 and 4. It's 4 cream and 4 sugar.
4. She's right. It's a 4 and a 4.
High test.
Yeah.
So, so I've sort of like tried to cut that down and be a little healthier, right? Where I get the 4 milk and the 4 sweet and low. And actually when I make my coffee at home, which I haven't made it at home for a while because I like iced coffee, I got to get into this cold brewing thing is what I really need to do. Because when I make my coffee hot, then I have to wait for it to cool down because I like my iced coffee. If you pour hot coffee over ice cubes and the ice cube melts and it gets a wrong ratio of water to coffee.
Good point.
So
Good point,
I
yeah.
just at home though, I drink it black and I put some sweet and low in it to sweeten it up a little bit. But sometimes I don't even need like a sugar or a sweet and low. Sometimes
If
it's
you
fine.
made it the night before and just threw just coffee in the fridge, does that change the whole molecular structure of it?
No, that works. I've done that before. You just make it the night before and then you just put the whole carafe in the fridge or you pour it into a different container and you put that different container in the fridge. So that 100% works.
Since we're talking about coffee, I've been drinking Carlos's coffee like the last week or so.
You know
and
what?
it's
I need
really
to
good.
get in touch with him because I need to find out how to get some of his beans.
Yeah.
And I meant to ask him about that at convention, but it's like he's such a celebrity and he's so busy and he's going here and there and everywhere and he's doing the ARRL Kids Youth Rally and he's jumping out of planes and he's getting on people's streams. So I got to send him a little message and see how I can get some of his coffee because I think that is super cool. And again, right, like supporting another ham radio friend in something that's not even ham radio related, but it's it's his business that helps him out. So I totally believe in that. Ooh, she carries her Dunkin' jug filled with coffee 24/7, 365. That's what I like to
Yep.
hear.
Nice. That's what fuels her POTA activations.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. And we have that shirt on the Live Free and Ham shop, right? This POTA runs on Dunkin'. So, Dunkin' Donuts, if you want to get into the ham radio Parks on the Air space and start sponsoring us, I'm telling you.
Heresy. Wawa Coffee is where it's at.
Oh, Wawa, yes. Mm.
Listen, I was doing that for emphasis, okay? I don't think I have a Bostonian accent normally. I don't know.
You sound like you're from Long Island.
You know,
Has she been
listen,
has she been drinking that beer already? That it's coming out.
no, so I'm drinking right now I am drinking the Ricky Sour one, which is
Yeah.
okay. Like it's a little like tarter than what I would like. It's not so sweet, but it's still good. Um, but yeah, so you are actually not the first person to say that I sound like I'm from New York, which is sort of weird, I guess, because I've never lived in New York in my life, but apparently I talk like someone who does, so I don't know where that comes from.
It's
And
it's not so much the accent either as it is the attitude.
oh,
Like
Yeah.
like that. Like there's a little
hey,
bit more to it.
I'm
Like
walking here.
yeah, like
We're gonna
Hey, this
we
is
need
my
exactly.
fan. Get off of
we're
my
gonna change her
frequency.
name. We gotta change her name to either Gina or Michelle or
Listen, Matt just hit it on
Yeah.
the head. Shannon sounds like Janine from Ghostbusters. Hey, we got one.
Yes.
yes, that's a Janine. That is a Janine move.
That is
yes.
a Janine. Yep.
Can you do that every time we get like a super chat or
Yeah.
or gifted memberships? Like that spot on. We got one.
Listen, okay, when I used to watch the Ghostbusters cartoon, okay, and Janine was like my idol. I wanted to be Janine. I wanted
Which
to be
one? The
lady-
Ghostbusters or the real Ghostbusters? Because there were two cartoons.
Oh, the real the
Yeah.
one that was the real Ghostbusters, I think.
I know what
right?
you mean.
But,
Yeah.
So, I grew up watching that and like I wanted to be the secretary that answered the phone and sent
Mhm.
them on their calls and hit the little button and made the alarm go off. I thought she was so cool. That's why I have red hair, right? She has red hair too.
Mhm.
Anyone who has red hair is just instantly cooler in my book.
I think so. I married a redhead, so
And yeah, so we got like some random someone said I sound like Lois Griffin. I don't know if that is an insult or a compliment. People have said I sound like Fran Drescher from The Nanny. So again, I don't know if that's
It's
a compliment.
almost there. You're almost a Fran. You're almost there.
So, you know what it is? It's just I have a very loud and distinctive voice. So, like, look at the 4 days in May walk around video that Josh was doing. Everybody could hear me in the background of that, right? And then when I went to the Ham Nation and Friends meetup on Saturday morning, I think that was. And the first thing Amanda Alden says is she's like, before I say anything else, I have to say hi to Shannon because I know she's there and that girl has a voice for DX. So, love me or hate me, love my voice or hate my voice. I cut through the noise, right? Nobody can deny that.
We love you, Shannon.
Aw,
Absolutely.
thank you. I love you guys too. I wouldn't hang out with you guys if I didn't love you guys. So,
Well, that's good to know.
and I think, we missed like so many different comments. So RGD Radio was saying that he's addicted to Dr. Pepper. So Dr. Pepper was like my favorite soda when I was a kid growing up. My mom would like take my sister out and to the playground on, a sunny summer day. And we would always go to this playground in Middleton. It was behind a school and it was made out of all these recycled tires. It was the coolest playground. We called it the tire playground. It was like partially in the woods, so it always had shade. And she would always stop at the same gas station and let us pick out like whatever we wanted for a drink. So I would always pick Dr. Pepper. So I love all those kind of spicy sodas like Dr. Pepper. I love ginger ale, ginger beer. I love root beer. There's actually a soda that I am looking forward to trying in the UK because we don't get it here. It's called Dandelion and Burdock. So if you have tried Dandelion and Burdock, if you like Dandelion and Burdock, I know that my best friend Mike Smith loves Dandelion and Burdock. So I am definitely looking forward to trying that as one of the things when I am there in England in a few weeks. Coke with peanuts, that's like a Southern thing.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I gotta try
And
that.
Julie
I gotta
was saying
try
like Dr.
that.
Pepper
Oh
and
my
peanuts,
God.
but I've heard it with Coke and peanuts and stuff. Yeah.
Oh my God, I gotta
Putting
try
them in the
that.
bottle and
Yeah.
yeah. Wasn't that like something to do with like, like your work, your hands are dirty, and so you just open the package of peanuts and
Dunk
dump
them
them
in.
into the Coke bottle and drink the Coke, and then the peanuts would come out after.
They get marinated in there.
Yeah. Remember, I'm a Northeasterner, so like, and I
Well,
know
it's funny.
it's a
So
a
she's
Southie
talking.
thing.
Well, she's talking about root beer.
Yeah.
If you're a root beer connoisseur, there are different flavors. Shannon, or maybe and people in the chat, there are different flavor. Root beer comes in different flavors of
Yep.
this soda. And I don't know if it's the root beer, if it's the sugar, or how they, what do you call it when they fizz it all up?
Carbonate.
Yeah, thank you. When they carbonate it, it's very different. And if you have a good one, you know it. You know it. There's nothing worse than a watered down or not up to your presence for a root beer. Dr. Pepper, me personally, I actually like I never thought I would be saying this. I actually like the diet Dr. Pepper. It just cuts it down just a little bit for me, but still gives me enough. I don't drink it enough. I drink it all. To me, it's like a treat just to drink it. My kid, oh my God, if it's not a 24 pack in the house, it's a 48 pack in the house of the Dr.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't drink as
Dr.
much
Pepper.
soda as I used to, which probably is a good thing, right? Because like soda's not great for you. But I will say I am with you, Izzo, and we were just talking about this the other day that a lot of diet soda does not taste good. It has some kind of a weird like diet aftertaste. But
Yep.
Diet Dr. Pepper is very good and doesn't have too much of that weird taste. And the flavors that Dr. Pepper comes in, like there's like a vanilla Dr. Pepper, a cherry Dr. Pepper, cherry vanilla Dr. Pepper. So that those flavors are really good. But you know what I started drinking is I know they sell this at like Market Basket. Again, another like staple New England thing. Demoulas, as it used to be known. So it's called Clear and Sparkling and it's a flavored water, but it doesn't have that weird like seltzery taste that I don't like. It just tastes like water with fizz and flavor. So it gives me that satisfaction of like when I want something fizzy like a soda, but it has, like no sugar, no calories, no this, no that. So it's like sort of healthy, probably, right? It
So
probably
I
has
had a switch like you. I had a switch. So, Big Y is Big Y up by you, Shannon?
There used to be one.
Excuse me.
I don't know if there is any anymore. Not that I
You
know
may
of in the immediate
check
vicinity.
Market Basket and a few of the others. Check for Franny's. And like you, I wanted something different. And the Franny's, I get a Franny's lemonade. There's no aspartame in it. There's no calories. But it's just enough. Whatever they're using for the lemon, and maybe it's real lemon. Who knows? But it tastes. Then I'll take a little bit of ginger ale just to give it a little bubbly, but not too much. That's been my contraption lately, as well as believe it or not, I've been taking water. I have one of those big. What do you call those big things? I call it the big mugs that everyone walks
A
around
growler.
with.
A growler.
Yeah.
No? Oh, growler?
Yeah,
Okay.
well, it's like 38 ounces or something. I take I go up to the fridge to my fridge. I got the filtered water, the clear water. Okay, then I take a lemon. I squeeze a half a lemon into it, and then I take an orange, whether it's a clementine, a tan. It doesn't make a difference. I mix the orange and the lemon with the ice cubes. Stir it up with the straw. That's my drink for the whole day, and I've been pushing that. and because I've been trying to get off, I've been trying to really get off the soda and watching the soda. I had some, sugar issues. I'm normal now. I'm doing real good, but I needed something to replace, and something to do with that lemon and the orange. And again, everyone's palate is different because I tried the various waters, the seltzers, and I can't. It's been real hard to find something. But this Fanny's product, I don't know. So I like it, and
So we got a question in the chat, and it's going to switch the pitch here just a little bit, but let me pull it up. The G90. Yeah, sorry for the random change of subject, but anyone own, used a G90, really want one? That went off before I could finish reading, but don't know what they're like, and can't
Matt, you
afford
still
one.
got yours? Matt, you still got yours, or did you sell it?
No, I sold the one and I bought another one because the new ones have the Anderson power pole. So that's the only reason I sold that.
Well, there you go. There's a selling point to this guy who was just asking.
Yeah. So I'll say this: has someone who's bought a G90 twice?
Oh, you have? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So
Okay,
the G90 was my first HF radio, and I debated. I knew when I was getting, studying for my exams that I wanted to get into POTA. So I know I wanted something portable, and it really came down to the Yaesu 818, the 891, or the G90. I was drawn to the 818 because the idea of all bands, all modes, but a lot of people tell you, don't get QRP radio for your first radio. The 891 was very appealing, and that's still in production. That I think that says a lot for that radio. But I was looking at it like, geez, like it doesn't have a tuner. I'm gonna want a tuner or this or that. And so I ended up going with the G90, and the rationale was I'm going to save a couple $100 and I can invest that in antennas and everything else that I need to get started in the hobby, because I did not come from a ham family. I was starting from scratch. I didn't have a soldering iron. I didn't have crimpers. These are little things, but that nickel and dime stuff will add up when you're getting started.
You're absolutely right.
And
Absolutely right.
already out of the gate, you're having to buy a radio, an antenna, coax, a battery, some cables, and other things, adapters maybe. So I've always said, I think the G90 is a great radio to get started in the hobby for a number of reasons. Price is one, right? It's a fantastic entry point. I sold mine when I had the opportunity to buy an ICOM 705. And at the time I had a 7300, so I'm like, I don't need the G90. And I'll have both ICOMs. But as soon as I got rid of it, I missed it so much. And I missed it so much because it has a lot of features for that price point. It has a band scope. It has one of the best like SWR sweeps. The ICOM radios have a nice SWR bar chart, but the G90 will just do a continuous SWR sweep, which is really helpful if you use certain antennas. Like I use mag loops from time to time, and like it's a breeze tuning a mag loop with a G90 versus a Yaesu. Trust me. And it's got a decent amount of features in there. Jeff's in the chat, and it was his used G90 that I bought at my club's auction last year because no one else was buying it, and I missed it so much. I'm like, screw it, like I'm gonna buy it, and I might end up selling it too because I haven't used it as much as I thought I would. It is a good radio. The downside is the sound. It doesn't have the filtering or the sound quality that other radios have. I noticed that right away when I switched from the G90 to the ICOMs, and then going back from the ICOMs to using a G90. It's a lot more raw, for lack of a better word.
I'm just going to ask, is it a higher tinnier, or is it when you say it's
just raw? It's just not like as refined. You're getting a lot of the noise and everything. But it's not horrible. ultimately, and I said it earlier, a lot of people tell you you don't start with a QRP radio or this or that. I know that the G90 is not QRP. It's 20 watts, and 20 watts is a really nice sweet spot for portable operations. If you have a decent antenna and a decent setup, you can do a lot with 20 watts in good or bad band conditions. But when you operate with lower power, and I'm deliberately saying low power because, there's arguments about is QRP 5 watts or is it 10 watts? In some contests and competitions, it's dependent on the mode and yada, yada, yada. But when you operate with lower power, you really learn about the importance of proper antenna setup, good antennas, good feed line, and all that stuff. And so starting with the G90, I think made me a much better amateur radio operator and gave me a much better understanding of everything from propagation to antennas and setups and all that. I think it really is a good radio. And if you start out with this radio, you can always transition to something. Your first radio is never your last radio. We all know that.
No, because
And
you're
you're gonna buy more.
use it, right, and you can
Yeah.
use it, and like for instance, you could just use it like here in the garage.
Yep.
That could be a radio that you just use in a certain, like in an office.
It goes to the garage. It goes to the car.
the
It goes in a
garage.
go
Right.
kit or whatever.
Right.
Or this is the
Correct.
radio that you travel with. You bring on vacations and
Correct.
stuff. So there's a lot of versatility for that. So yeah. But yeah, Gray Man. Yeah, knowing you made that I am a much better operator because I knew Tim.
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of radios, right? Like the G90 was the first HF radio that I ever bought on someone's recommendation because like when you first get into the hobby and you don't even know if you're going to like the hobby and you're going to
Yeah.
stay in the hobby, like are you going to spend $1,000 or $1,500 on a radio for one? For two,
point.
I
Good
live
point.
in the city, right? So, if I spent $1,500 on my first radio and set up this wonderful station at home, who knows if I'm even going to be able to hear anyone because the QRM from everyone's house and everyone's Chinese wall wart around me is just going to make everything so difficult that I might not even want to stay in the hobby.
Right.
So, I was recommended to get the G90, get, a small battery. I actually got like a sealed lead acid battery was my first one. It was probably like maybe 12 amp hours or 15 amp hours, something like that. Brought it out into the woods with like a 35-foot piece of wire as a random wire that could tune probably anywhere from like 10 meters to 40 meters, and just threw it in a tree and started making contacts. And, I was making contacts, as far, west into, probably France and, Germany and Europe. Or as far east, I'm sorry. And then as far west as like Washington State. I remember like the first time, one of the first times I went out, someone was like, yeah, I'm in Washington State. And I like nearly fell off my chair. I was like, what? That's crazy. And yeah, I mean, 20 watts is kind of that perfect sweet spot for SSB, in my opinion, right?
Yeah.
Because when you talk about, QRP and like you were saying, like, what is QRP, right?
Yeah. That's a fight waiting to happen.
Yeah, so you have to quadruple your power to even get one S unit. So if you are going from 20 watts to 100 watts is only in theory one S unit of of reception better. So and really it comes much more down to your antenna and the efficiency and the directionality of your antenna than the power.
And to go
So
feed line, your length of your feed line, what type of feed line you're using. There's a lot You're absolutely right, Shane. There's so many
Yeah.
other things.
Yeah, I don't think feedline like matters quite so much when it comes to HF as it does in like VHF, UHF. I think the losses are sort of negligible.
You would be surprised if you look at all the data sheets that are now available. And I think back of me using some of the worst feed line. Again, I put my money into feed line and then I go for the antenna. One of the things I wanted to throw in about the G90. Now I don't have one, but I came this close to getting one.
Was it mine?
Well, no, it was just going to be another radio
Yeah.
but I think I look back about this, and I was the biggest guy to argue against it. But now I see my elders were right. Your first vehicle. Did you go to a dealership? Think about this. I mean, maybe there's a small percentage, but how many people, your first vehicle you bought, did you walk into the dealership and buy a brand new vehicle? And most likely the answer is going to be no.
Um,
Right. You
Uh-oh.
got to, right.
actually,
You got,
yes, I did.
okay. Well, God bless you. God bless you. Okay. Because I know when I was 17 years old and what I wanted to drive and what I could afford to drive were there were two different categories that were conflicting, and it was either how are you going to do this and how are you going to get it right. And there's nothing wrong with that G90. Now again, Mike was talking about the audio. I think about my first car, how the trunk leaked, but it still got me back and forth, and we just learned to put it in the trunk. It is, it is what it is. And I think it makes you appreciate and makes you learn. The biggest thing with this hobby is the whole learning thing. Like Shannon, like what you were saying about again, is there a difference? I think sometimes we get into so much of armchair copy that everyone has to be a 5'9". I told you earlier, I worked Utah on 17 meters. We were barely 3-3 to each other, but we still made the contact. Yes, I was pushing 100 watts. I presume the other guy was pushing about 100 watts. Could I have done it? I should probably turn down my radio more to 50 watts or 40 watts. It's because that's a hard psychological thing to do. But I know when I work my 705 and my QMX, I put on a whole different psychology of I'm not looking to be the loudest. I'm and probably will not be. If I want to work somebody, I'm going to have it's more about the technique of getting in. Like my QMX runs about 4 watts, okay? If I could, and my goal is this KE8PZN. If he can hear me, he's going to grab me. And to me, that's a huge accomplishment with 4 watts. You know what I mean? And he's running. He's running his POTA fast. It's all about the technique and the antenna that I have put up. And I've learned more about taking my reliance and maybe peaking up to where James is, or run it as a inverted V instead of an end-fed half wave, which gives me a better. It's these
Right.
little things. So if somebody is strapped for cash, and if you say, "Well, listen, I can save up $400," or is it 4 change now? Maybe 4.5 for a G90. Okay, if it takes you 4 months to run that, do you say, do I get the radio now, or do I just save for another 8 months? Still keep putting that money in your sock drawer or whatever, you know. Listen, everyone's different with their money situation. But when I was starting off, same thing too. I couldn't afford anything. A pair of crimpers, oh my God, I can't. I just bought this. How can I afford? You know what I mean? And a battery, and you try to get the best you can with your money. I don't think anyone's going to go wrong with a G90. I think the whole thing is get it out there, use it in the house, use it for your POTA, use it for your soda. Just get out there, or just go out and play. And if the baseball field is empty on a Sunday morning and no one's playing baseball, and you can go out there, set up an antenna, play, and just it is what it is for that day, and learn about the characteristics of the band conditions and your radio. And have fun with it. Don't raise that bar so high. I tell that to all New Hampshire. Stop raising the bar high. Don't be like the Italians out there who have spent tens of thousands of dollars. And maybe they have, and that's great. I worked the other night right here. Old man, OMAN, that country was coming in on 20 meters. I wasn't the first guy to work them. I finally did work them though. It was fun. Let all the big boys go. Let all the big boys go. You know what I mean? It's stuff like that. It's about the technique of
Yes.
attempting. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
but, like, sometimes I think it's more impressive to actually do more with less, right?
Yes.
And,
Yes. Yep.
so like I was saying, now, since I got the G90, I got a FTDX10, I got a FT710, I got a FT891. I have all these different radios, but what's the radio that I'm going to bring to England in less than a month? The
The
G90.
G90. G90.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it's small, it's portable, it runs off a small battery. And you know what? If something happens to it in my luggage, God forbid, I hope it doesn't, but I'm not gonna, like, die because
It's
I
not the end of
broke.
the world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. It's like if something happened to one of my bigger, more expensive radios, then yeah, I'd probably, it would hurt a little bit more. But the G90 and the fact that it can tune a fork in the road, okay?
Hey, Shannon, too, you know what you just said about appreciate working with stuff? Mike, now you've done some stuff on satellite, right? What's the
Yep.
biggest thing? You have to shift your whole perspective from HF to where some people like to run 5 watts, 10 watts, 20 watts, or 100 watts. You go work in satellites. What's the first thing you got to do? You got to turn down that power, man. You don't want to be that lid who's overhitting that transponder. That's the last thing you want to do. So the thing is learn about the bands that you want to operate on as well as those modes. FT8. You guys know I'm not a big FTA guy. I don't want to do it right now, but from what I'm learning, 20 watts is all you really need, and you can work the world. Some guys want to do it on 100. I get it. That's great. I salute. Have fun.
Yeah.
But a lot of people are using, 20, 30 watts, and they're working the world with it. Same thing with the CW guys. You know? So I think it's more than just the radio. But, man, if that's all the money, if that's the only thing you can afford, get yourself a G90, get yourself a Reliance antenna. Go.
If you
fun.
have
Get
a
on the air.
I
Just
mean,
use it.
Get out of here.
Yep.
as much as we love Matt, if you have a G90, you really don't even need a Reliance antenna.
You
I
need
mean,
a fence.
like,
Just a fence.
yeah, I mean, so like we were saying on the show, yesterday, like get you some, BNC to banana plug adapters, get some, BN Tech Go silicone
Oh
coated
yeah.
wire, like. It can be literally the thinnest stuff, right? It can be like 22 gauge, 24 gauge, very, very thin
Right,
wire.
that's what I was thinking of. Yeah.
And you take 70 feet of it, which is like almost the whole spool. So what I did when I did it,
There you
because
go, Matt. Yes.
Yep.
Correct. There you go.
Yeah.
so I actually took a tape measurer and I stretched it out on the sidewalk, and I had to use Miles's sidewalk chalk, right? Because the tape measure is only like 60 feet long, 50 or 60 feet long. So I measured out as long as it goes, and then I did it again to get the 70 feet. So I measured out 70 feet of wire, and then I just cut it in half, and I had 35 feet as the radiating element and 35 feet as the counterpoise, and just tuned it up as a random wire. And like I said, was able to get from 10 meters to 40 meters or whatever on that, and you just take the wire and throw it up in a tree, and you're literally just plugging the wire directly into the back of the radio. You're not even using any feed line, so then you're not
Yep.
having any feed line losses. So I think that's the beauty of the G90, right? Is that you don't have to worry about what's your antenna. And then the antenna that I use most of the time is a 17-foot whip, an MFJ 1979 17-foot whip, which if you can get the MFJ one, great. If they don't make it anymore, you can't find it anymore. Chameleon Antenna makes similar whips.
Look at that.
That's just a little
Yeah.
BN Techo. Just a little BN Techo silicone.
That'll fit in your backpack. That'll fit in your
Yeah,
backpack.
exactly. 5,000 feet, and you got all the bands.
Yeah. Well, Matt
That's
was
a
showing.
full loop times 10.
Matt, I got excited for a minute. I thought that was what we talked about yesterday. Like, damn, they got that quick.
Oh, that. Oh no, yeah, the black and Flatena. Yeah, well, that's coming.
Yeah,
So-
the problem with that Bianteco wire, Matt, is that it's only black. What did I say? I said I like the Bianteco because it comes in colors. I've had
I
sky
have
blue.
colors.
I've had sky blue because it blends in with the sky, so it's like unobtrusive to your neighbors. Not that my neighbors say anything, but then also pink because it matches with the headphones.
Mhm.
So I like the colors on the Bianteco wire. Not sponsored, by the way, but if Bianteco wants to sponsor
Yeah.
us, they are more than welcome.
I
Yeah,
think
wha-
having that G90 mic
We
is
got colors, girl. We got colors.
Yeah.
Nice. So Matt was just showing one of the the typical
Banana
BNC binding
posts.
posts, right?
Everyone has
So-
to have one of. You have to
Yes.
have
Yeah.
one of those in your
No,
Go kit.
you have to
But-
have
but you
two,
need to-
because
Yeah.
one is none.
Sure.
She's a
Now
prepper.
here's what you need to. Okay. This is the Reliance 1-to-1 choke. But let me show
Yep.
you why. And I did a video on this. Okay. All right. There you go.
Yep.
Now, if you want to do a dipole or you want to do what I did, this is the radiating element and the radials for a 30-meter quarter wave vertical.
What's that? Speaker
No,
wire?
no solder because I'm using the speaker wire plugs, so I can just plug in
Yep.
Plug in, plug out.
right there. I mean, this is
Plug it in, plug it in.
so easy. And there you go.
And you're on the air.
The choke is something you're going to need or want regardless what type of antenna you're doing. And
Right.
where you place it is going to depend on, are you going to use the feed line as a counterpoise, like for an end-fed or end-fed random wire or whatever? Or do you want to do like the choke at the feed point like you would with a dipole or a quarter wave vertical? It's very versatile, but for something as simple as those little BNC binding posts, the Reliance choke,
Yep.
speaker wire, Bianteco wire, whatever type of wire you want to go get like the DX10 or whatever, get it, there's a lot of things that you can do, with just a little bit of creativity. But like we
Ingenuity.
all said, those BNC binding posts, choke, these are things that you should have regardless of your radio, regardless of your antenna. These are all things that you should have kind of like in your kit because you never know.
And lightweight.
And like let's see, I don't know how well they'll show, but like the speaker wire plugs, like those are non-solder things. Like I just unscrew and put the wire in there, screw them back on, and
Yep.
boom.
Yeah.
Really easy. And so you could experiment and make a ton of quarter wave verticals, linked quarter wave verticals, linked dipoles, you name it, with just some of those plugs, a choke, and there you go. You're
Gotta
off
have
and
the
running.
Gotta
A lot
have
you can do.
So yeah, someone, I think it was Thomas Julius, said, yeah, we're all gonna have to push and try to reach Shannon when she's over there
Yeah.
in England. So yeah, I have big plans to activate lots of POTAs, hopefully some UK bunkers on the air. I'm really interested in
Ooh,
that.
nice. Nice.
So make sure that you have my call sign 2 Echo 0 Oscar Hotel Tango in your ham alert. I am sort of, I know I've been saying this for the longest time. I want to upgrade to my full. I did start going through the UK full license question pool because it is public. So, and I have all my little books over here, right there, literally within arm's reach, because I was, fully planning on studying them. The full license manual, I've had this since last year, and the exam secrets. And I was going through and I was writing down the questions on the full that I was getting wrong from, the various different sections of the question pools. And yeah, I know what sections I need to study the most. I need to study, the technical aspects, the transmitters and receivers. I was studying here. The last thing I was looking at was antennas and feeders, which the thing is there's so many different questions that can come from that section, but there only 4 questions are going to get chosen out of the 30 questions that they could possibly throw at you, right? So, it's sort of like you got to play the game a little bit, right? It's an over under, and put your most of your study into the part where most of the questions are going to come out of. So if I can, the thing with taking the UK test is that it's not like here in the US where you can just say tomorrow, oh, I want to take a test. So let me see if there's any openings. No, you have to schedule it 10 days in advance. So right now, the soonest that I would be able to schedule to take it would be like June 9th or 10th. So, that would be the soonest that I could schedule to take my full license exam. But so if I schedule it now and cram for 10 days, then, I might be able to get to a point where I could pass it, even if it means I just have to memorize the right answers, right? I know that makes me like a terrible person to just
No.
memorize the right answers to the test. And then people be like, you're not a real radio ham because you can't tell me how a super heterodyne radio works.
891, baby.
It's a license to learn.
And, it's like the technical aspects of the hobby were never the part that like really actually like interested me all that much, right? The parts of the hobby that I like is this part. I like meeting people, I like talking to people, I
Mhm.
like building community and camaraderie. And yeah, so speaking of building community and camaraderie, I know we're, all guys here. Maybe you guys know some lady radio
Well,
hams.
we're not all guys.
I was about to say, whoa, whoa, whoa. What are you telling us, Shannon?
Yeah.
Well, except for me, right? Or, maybe there's probably some lady radio hams out in the audiences there. But so speaking of building community and camaraderie, I
Mhm.
started a Discord for YLs. So I know some people are in there. Shannon Greatwood is in there,
Mhm.
K1LY. There's quite a few ladies in there already. Actually, I could probably check and see how many members we have in the Discord now. But so I started this Discord. It's called Young Ladies of Amateur Radio. We have ladies from all three IARU regions. A lot of them are talking about going to Friedrichshafen, which there's like an
Ooh.
international young ladies of amateur radio meetup there. So that's really, really cool. And, so I want it to be a place where, us amateur radio ladies can connect and chat and support each other and teach each other. I'm actually in the process of trying to build an all YL testing team. So for anyone who has YLs that are interested in becoming licensed, then reach out to me and we can certainly try to set them up for a test. Because I've had more than one occasion where like women have told me that they have mic fright, or they don't know what to do with their license once they got it, or they're afraid to ask questions because men mansplain things to them, or whatever the case may be. And I don't know, I think that more, I've heard that more from women than I have from men. Now maybe men have the same fears and they just don't express them, or maybe women are more shy because we're like not as visible in the hobby. So that's why I think it's kind of important for us women to kind of create a group and support each other as women in amateur radio. And yeah, Shannon Waves present and accounted for. So yep, she was in there. She's in the Discord. There's an amazing woman in there. She's from England. Her call sign is Mike 6 Yankee Mike Bravo, I think it is. Her name is Lindsay. She just wrote an amazing article for Radcom about women in amateur radio, and someone that she thinks is like the first woman that became licensed in England. I think her call sign was Golf 6 YL, which is pretty cool. And so she's going to be doing some presentations for different clubs as well. So if you're a member of the RSGB, if you get Radcom, definitely check out that article. And if you're not a member of the RSGB, you should join, because Radcom is a really good magazine. And one of the good things about it is that if they sell more ad space per issue, they actually add in more articles to make up for the
Oh,
extra
interesting.
ad
That's
space.
cool.
Yeah.
But-
I did not renew, but I joined last year at Hamvention. Walt from Coastal Waves and Wires twisted my arm and was like, "You got to join the RSGB." And so I was like, "All right, fine." I joined, and the magazines are great, you know. And ironically, that was like at the time when the ARL was getting rid of doing their print editions. So it was nice to have. It's nice on certain occasions, like travel, right? And I read a couple RSGB stuff when I went to Texas in December for Christmas. I read a bunch of the magazines like on the plane. Like sometimes it's just more convenient to have print versus digital and stuff like that. But I did not renew this year because other than the magazine, I didn't really feel like I was using it much, but that's just me. But I can say that the articles were great, so it was good.
Real quick, Shannon, does this qualify me for the YL?
Zoom in, man. Zoomies. Zoom.
I don't know if I can.
Oh, yeah, you can. Hey, Mike did it.
in Big Inn.
I didn't
In
do
big,
it.
and that's it.
Enhance.
There it is, right there.
That's not rabbit.
That's about as big as it's gonna get. So
That's not
I
rabbit.
have a little princess tiara and a sash.
Aww,
Aw.
very pretty.
Cute prom queen. I like it.
Does it qualify me?
Hey, since I'll use this as a selfish segue, but since we were talking about reading, I'm just going to throw this out there. So I launched another 5-2 challenge recently, and it's probably not what many hams were expecting. And so I threw out the challenge early this past week to read, and it was something I picked up a couple books at Hamvention, and I realized, like, I've got all these books on antennas and ham radio, and they're just collecting dust on the shelf. They're not doing any good. Yeah, occasionally I'll refer to them, and but like, you know what? No, I'm gonna challenge myself. I got 2 boys, and we're always getting these summer reading challenges from school or whatever. So I launched Memorial Day weekend the 5-2 summer reading challenge, and I wanted to keep it simple. And I challenge anyone. And I know it's technically not summer, but a lot of us look at Memorial Day and Labor Day as kind of the bookends for summer. But go with the flow. Whatever. So if you want to wait till the 21st or the 22nd of June or whatever, go ahead. But ultimately, what I'm asking you to do is to read 5 days a week, 2 hours a week. That maths out to it's like 24 minutes, for 5 days. It's not bad. And so I actually read both of Walt's books this week. I read, over the holiday weekend, because I wanted to start this thing before I kicked it off, I'm holding myself accountable. And then my little hack was I brought one of his other books into the office, and on my lunch break, when I'm eating my lunch, and instead of doom scrolling, I would read the book, and it was nice. I'm taking notes in my phone on ideas for antennas or some questions for him, because side note, Walt and I'm gonna have Walt on a live stream Monday at 7, and I'm gonna give away a signed copy of his book. I bought a second copy of his book and had him sign it to give away. So join us, Walt and I, and we'll be talking antennas on Monday, and you have an opportunity to get a signed copy of his book. But yeah, like if I I know that I was joking to myself, like, you know, that the books are becoming like antenna kits, like they're just laying there, right? Like you got to do something with them, right?
Got to use it.
And this doesn't need to be ham radio though. I don't care if you read digital, print, audiobook. If you know, like some folks have sent me recommendations or commented in, you know, about some science fiction or other books, like whatever you enjoy. I think it's a good opportunity to try to, you know, look at, you know, some different ways to moderate our information and our entertainment. You look at it kind of like a diet. If you're eating ice cream 24/7, yeah, it's good, but it's only going to get you so far. And you know, and it's the irony of a YouTuber saying, "Hey, get off YouTube and read a book," is not lost, but it's you know, carve out a little bit of time. And so that's my challenge to anybody, you know, is, you know, pick up magazine, pick up, you know, a book, listen to an audiobook, you know, you know, and kind of get you those creative juices flowing because I realized when I started doing this, I've got you know, a bunch of ideas already, you know, and things I want to try and do or questions that I have for Walt when we get to chance to talk on Monday and stuff. So there's my spiel. 5-2 summer reading challenge. Get
And
some of those books out.
yeah, and there's great resources too,
Mhm.
right? Like I think a lot of us, I don't know, who here still goes to the library?
I do.
The library is an amazing resource for all kinds of different knowledge, physical books, physical media, but also if you have a library card and if you live in Massachusetts, you can get a digital e-card from the Boston Public Library and you can use that on this amazing app. It's called Libby. Do you have the Libby app, Mike?
I don't know if it's a Libby one, but I know I've got an app because I can get like audiobooks and digital books from my local library. I can even get, you know, like if you're in New York, I know that this hack works. Like I can get the Empire Pass from my local library. The Empire Pass is free parking at state parks, free admission to state parks in New York. I can check out the Empire Pass and get free access to state parks for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like it's phenomenal. I have not dabbled with the 3D printing stuff, but lots of libraries have 3D printing capabilities and all kinds of stuff like this now. Libraries are a great resource for hams, and at some point I'll do a video on some of these things, like the 3D printing, the parking passes, and audiobooks, other books. It's been an idea I've had for a while, but I love libraries.
Yeah, so my, Swampscott Public Library, which is the one that's actually closest to me, they have a maker space and they have a 3D printer and they have some other stuff in there like a sewing machine. I'm not sure what else they have. I know they make you do like a class before they let you use the 3D printer, and they only do the class at certain times, so I haven't done that yet. But that is, like more and more libraries are adding these things, and the Empire Pass is another great thing. And I know that a lot of libraries, they have passes for either free admission or reduced admission to a lot of museums in the area and stuff for people that are looking for maybe like free family fun or cheaper family fun to do for their families during the summer, especially like if it's hot or if it's rainy, you want to do something inside, you want to do something with air conditioning. Like museums are a great thing to do with that, and the library can help you do that at a little bit more of an affordable cost. And then, yeah, in terms of like the 5-2 reading challenge. So if you get the Libby app, which is available, I think, on Android and iOS, check with your local library. If you don't have a library card, get a library card. Check and see if, like, your state capital has, a public library. If
Yeah.
they offer something like, the Boston Public Library lets you get a digital e-card from them. So that gives you access to any ebooks, audiobooks, magazines that they have available. And sometimes different libraries have different stuff, right? So like I have my Swampscott Public Library card, which is part of the NobleNet. So that's the North of Boston Library Exchange. I can get any book at any North of Boston library. They will actually ship it from whatever library it is at to my local library so that I can pick it up and then I can drop it off at any library as well. Or I can get any ebooks, audiobooks, or magazines from any of those North of Boston libraries. And then also because I have the Boston Public Library Pass, they have different books available on there as well. So, it's a great resource. And like, say you're interested in ham radio books, right? Like, say you're interested in Salty Walt's book, talk to your librarian because they might even be able to order something like that for the library. Because if you're interested in it, who knows? There might be somebody else that's interested
Good
in
point.
it
Yeah.
too. And,
Yeah.
the libraries are only going to start carrying things that we're interested in if we tell them that. So, librarians are amazing people and they're here to help. And, I think we underutilize our libraries a lot. We're so quick to go for Audible and just, then you go on there and you pay and you're giving Amazon the money, when you can get these things for free, really, and save your money. Save your money for that radio, right?
Good point.
Yep.
So I'll take a unpopular take on this. And with Mike's challenge, I've been reading scripture every day and taking it
Excellent.
in.
Good.
So
Yeah.
it was I've been, it's something that I've been wanting to do is study. So, but with Mike's challenge, I was like, all right, what a perfect time to lock in and
Yeah.
and do
Yep.
this. So
And don't ever say that's an unpopular opinion, Rabbit,
Yeah.
because you know what,
Yeah.
that's awesome. I think
That is
more,
awesome.
more people, should read scripture, and I think it gives us all something to think about and reflect
yeah,
on our inner selves and reflect on our lives for sure. So, um, nothing ever wrong with that.
Yeah, so and I'm glad to hear that you're taking part in the challenge, Rabbit and Shannon. Those are like some really good tips. Like I've had this idea for like ham radio with the library, to do a video and kind of talk about all these resources that are available. I've even done a handful of videos in the library where I've booked a private room. And if you see any of my video, like there's a couple Baofeng ones where I'm just like in this plain white room. I'm at the library. I recorded those at the library because I don't have like a good spot at the house to like do some of this stuff, especially in the winter when I can't go outside in the garage or on the deck or whatever. Talk about a free resource. It's got, it's right there. Like, I mean,
And a
Yeah.
lot of libraries I noticed too, like they started this library of things, right?
Mhm.
So you can check out things like, if you need to borrow a camera or a camcorder,
Okay.
or they had like chess sets that you could take out and borrow. I think they had like sewing machines you could take out and borrow, like so many different things that you could borrow too. So again, check out your local libraries and see what they have going on, because the library is not, it's not the same boring
Mhm.
place that maybe it used to be when you were growing up. There's a lot of good stuff happening there.
Now actually you get me thinking. I'm like, geez, I got all these extra HTs and stuff. Like, should I donate them to the library and see if like they want to like, people could like check out a Baofeng and try it out for a week.
I mean, like
That'd be cool.
well, and so like my library, sometimes they have, like knitting club or crochet club meets there, right? So why not, try to start a thing where like see if people want to come and check out ham radio.
Yeah.
Talk to your local librarian, see if they're interested in maybe doing a little bit of a ham radio event where set up a station outside. Do we have libraries on the air yet? Let's check and see. Maybe that's already a program that's in existence. But I'm sure there is like a national library week that we could definitely bring some more awareness to our local libraries. Oh, look, it's the soon to be bearded wonder himself,
Oh.
Eric.
I
He's
saw
been
nothing come
shaving all
across.
night just for this.
You guys have been waiting all night to say that too, as well.
Oh yeah,
Hello, hello, hello. How's the audio?
beautiful
It's
man.
good.
5'9", 5'9".
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm here,
the
Shannon.
beard is 2-2 right now, though.
Should we bring the picture back up now that he's here?
Yeah, put the picture up. Did you see the picture, Eric?
No,
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't-
you
I
must
didn't
see
catch
it.
the live
Oh,
stream.
put it up. Put it up.
Is
Come
this
on.
it?
Yeah, that's it, baby. Put it big screen and zoomy.
That's not it.
No, it's
Yeah,
it.
it is.
That's it.
Oh, there it is. All right, there it is.
Oh,
Okay.
you're talking about the AI photo.
How did I know if I gave you a photo, you would break my trust?
So guys, he's here now. So you guys got to get into his chat. And we got $25 here. We need to get this filled up to that $500 mark for the ARRL Teachers Institute. We want to see that beard. Brew and Activate, Live Free and Ham. Goal $500 to support the ARRL Teachers Institute. Let's grow this beard for a great cause.
Yeah. Now, I just got to say this. I kind of threw it up on the screen just so that people know. If you didn't know that Steve Goodgame
Steve's gone,
left,
yeah.
he has left the ARL, and so I don't know what's
Yeah.
going on with Teachers Institute or some other things there. So I'll just
I would
say
assume.
that. I'll say
yeah.
that much. I've talked with him, and I'll say that much.
I mean, I would assume that.
but right there, Eric, I made a comment how you kind of look like the New England version of Gaston. You're like you're like the New Hampshire tech preppa.
That actually should be a little less than 25, Shannon, because 30% of that is 1850 or something like that after
Yeah.
YouTube gets their cut.
Oh, so
Yeah.
we have to take out YouTube's cut? Is
This is not a fundraiser per se.
Oh man, then I shouldn't have hit the submit button. Damn it.
I feel like I'm 100 pounds heavier. What are you talking about?
Oh, it doesn't show up on the stream. What the heck? Oh, there we go.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
You spelled it wrong. It's tech preppa.
Oh, here, I'll put another 10.
Well,
So we've been speculating.
no kidding.
What movie did you see?
What one do you think I would have saw? Star Wars was not on the list, so sorry.
Did you go see Mandalorian or
No.
or you didn't?
No, my wife wanted to go see Nate Bargatze's movie. So it wasn't bad. I mean, he's a good comedian, but it's a typical feel of a comedian movie when a comedian produces a movie. You know what that feels like?
No idea what you're talking about.
No, you know, okay,
The Breadwinner, was that the Breadwinner movie?
something like that. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, you fell asleep. Okay. You were just watching the stream.
Well,
I gotta get home.
it was fun. It was good comedy, light comedy, but not like I was like belly rolling. I mean, his comedy, you have to like go watch him if you've ever seen him. And I don't know if that translates well always into a kind of a movie scenario, but it's all good, still fun.
So what have you been up to, New England Tech Preppa?
Oh my
Comes
gosh!
the tech preppa.
Can I have no tech and a whole lot of preppa? The answer is a whole lot of stuff. Just been trying to get my head above water on projects, but from a YouTube ham radio perspective. Oh, here comes the dog. Been trying to get a few videos out. I think I've got bits and pieces here, so I apologize to those that have been waiting for some stuff, but I've got a couple of installs on the truck that I got to get done. I just haven't had the weather time and whatnot. So yeah, just been busy, but not busy the way I want to be. But yeah, outside of this, I'm sorry I'm late. Obviously, timing and everything else like that kind of got thrown off. So all good though.
Gotcha. Yeah, we've had fun. A lot of talk about shaving.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah, it's pretty much been shaving the G90 and then reading.
The G90.
We're really scraping the bottom of the barrel tonight here for topics,
Yeah.
aren't we?
So
Diet soda was in there too.
Somewhere,
It was
somewhere.
diet soda, and then we pivoted to the G90.
Excellent.
And
Okay.
a little hamvention, just like 2% hamvention.
Yeah.
So one thing that we did come up with is we came up with the grower or shower challenge.
I heard
So-
that. Yes.
So basically,
no.
if
I have no
Matt-
idea where that name came from.
if
I do.
Matt can get the $500 on his channel, he
I
has
got
to,
'em.
he has to shave his beard, and
gotta
if you
set
get
that
the $500 on your channel, you have to grow a beard. And we just got another $5 from Rabbit Ham. So thank you, Rabbit Ham.
For the mustache.
Now I have to change the thing again and make it $40.
Oh, what's with the handlebars there, Rabbit? That's kind of new.
No, it's been here.
No, really? I always thought you just had a goatee all the time. You kind of got mistake this
No.
morning. You slip a little much with the razor.
Yeah. No, it was just worn out when you met me in person.
Oh,
He's
worn out.
working
Yeah.
on a Moxon.
Yeah.
This is a 5 o'clock shadow for me.
Oh yeah. Well,
It's a
you
folded
can't see me. He's like a
goatee.
nice light on the face there. So not enough 5 o'clock shadow, but
Yeah.
it'll start to grow if I get to drop the light here. But oh man, I can't believe you got to put that photo back up there. What do
He
you?
wants
Wait a minute.
I need to
Put
see
it up. Tech Peppa.
I gave you the wrong photo. You should have really.
You should see what they did to me.
Yeah, put that up.
Oh
put
no,
that
I
up.
gotta see that one.
Yes,
now.
yes,
That
put
one,
that
yeah,
up.
All right,
equal
all right.
opportunity here.
I really like Izzo, man. Izzo looks the best, to be honest.
Yeah.
And so does Shannon. Shannon looks the best. Put that one up, too. See, Eric, this is what happens when you leave us.
Oh man, that's totally fine, man. I wouldn't expect any less with you guys. Oh god.
Come on, and big and
He just needs like blue stripes and you cannot take our freedom.
can't take my 5'2".
I was gonna say, for those who
I'm
know,
not-
I said that looks like Scott from Ham Radio for non-techies.
It does, yes, a little bit.
He's shouting out, "We're not leaving no bands behind."
Yeah, that's a shirt, Mike.
Yep.
That's his
So,
battle cry.
There you go. I updated the goal now. It has our
Here's my beard.
$40
Aw.
on
With a
there.
white beard, so cute.
He's like,
Here's my
I just want to
favorite.
eat. I'm hungry. Leave me alone.
Oh, this is the best.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Stud muffin
What?
right there.
They
Like,
took
that-
extra
that-
liberties in that one.
Now that's a mofo I would get
Salt and
IPA
pepper,
recommendations from right there.
Wow.
See, that gives me
Bag.
encouragement. That gives me encouragement to not shave.
There's a manly
See?
man.
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
Exactly.
I'm gonna try again.
A man without a beard is not a man.
Stud.
That is opinion, but whatever.
All right, last one, Shannon.
All right, hold on. I gotta find it.
Add a kilt to Mike's. Yes, a kilt is necessary for sure.
Yeah.
Listen, kilts are freaking hot. Not gonna lie.
Boy, so now we have to do a kilt and a beard for Eric and Mike. Cool.
Yeah.
Oh no, this one's horrible. The bearded lady for sure. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm
Is that the
afraid to
one
show.
that
Got a
was
nice
right next
beard.
to? Is that the one next to Grouch?
Yes, that's the grouch, and
Oh, that's great.
my wife is sitting to the side of me off camera, and she's just like got these weird facial expressions right now.
What kind of friends do you have, man?
Your bearded picture.
Yes, all of them. I don't know, man. I wouldn't say that. Trust me, I look better without hair.
We're gonna find out.
No, we're not.
Couple more donations.
I'll be making a very large donation to a Matt N3VAN's channel soon.
He just transfers all the funds.
Now,
Whenever he gets monetized.
Did anybody catch the pre-roll where I run the video? Because there was a special picture in there.
Yeah, at the end.
Not the sofa picture. No,
Okay.
that was. I'm talking about Grouch. That was Grouch shave photo.
Yeah.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yep. So
Wow.
I found that in the thread of like all of the stuff in our little channel there, and I was like, oh, I got to put that up there.
Yeah, I started off having to explain why I had like a glamour shot with a bow fang and my wife.
Good.
I was shocked when I saw that.
That AI did its job there. It made sure that at the very end, as we sit on a chair, I think is the last few words of the last lines. It was like
Yeah, I was
perfect
like, this is
lineup. I could have done that better myself. But
Yes,
I don't know.
yes.
Yeah, it's that. I guess I'm the only token live free and ham guy here too, man. Anybody know where the Grouch went? He's just too busy,
He
tending
said in
to.
Discord he was tied up at the drop zone.
Yeah.
I know he said earlier he might be late because of stuff, and that is what it is. I get, it when the weather cooperates, like I
Gotta
learned
jump.
at Hamvention, like then that's your time, and
Yeah.
unfortunately
Yeah.
I didn't get that cooperation, but it is.
Well,
what it is.
are you going to try to? You aren't going to go to Huntsville. Actually, speaking of Huntsville,
I would love to, and it's a back and forth. It's tough, but I'll put Izzo on the spot. Are you really serious about
are you
thinking about
seriously
going? Or
going?
not, or
you are.
He's going. man.
I'm probably 90 to 99%.
See-
yes.
You could delay it like one more year, and then you can hitch a ride with Mike and I. If I can convince Mike to go, I'm driving down next year.
Here, are we still good for next
I
year?
can't drive. I can't drive because I can't take all that time to do it. I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna fly into Nashville, go south for 2 hours, and boom, then you're there. To me, logistically, that's gonna be the best for me.
Come on. We're driving buddies, man. Adventure. You know how many parks you could hit? How many states you can clear?
Then that means I need like 2 weeks off. I'm not gonna rush.
You
it.
got a year.
I don't-
You got a year to plan.
No,
Go
but
next year with
I'm
me.
not going to rush all that time. You know
I
what I'm
get
saying?
it.
No. If I drive, listen. I really would prefer to drive. I'll be honest with you. That my truck would love a good ride. Trust me. It's just I just don't until I retire.
Izzo, brother, it's called leave, not stay. All right, I'm going with Eric. All right, you can ride with another brother on the way there. All right, we can talk all the shit about communications all you want.
I know, man. Listen, I'm not saying that would not be awesome. You know that would be awesome. It's just where my job is with time off and everything else, and it's just
They
Well,
can deny
it's a
PTO,
challenge.
but they can't deny.
if you're going this year, get it out. You'll become a virgin for the first time, and then the next year you can be the veteran while we drive down. And
The
you know,
game
you got plenty of
plan-
time.
The game plan is if I can retire in a couple of years, and I've already got some eyesights, and maybe even sooner, pick up something else. Maybe only work like 3 or 4 days a week or whatever, or be able to say, hey, listen, I'm not coming in for this week. Is that okay? Or whatever. I want some, after all these years, listen, I've been working hard since I've been, 14, 15 years old. It's starting to take its toll. I'm done. I'm
Trust me,
ready to
dude.
start doing what I want to do. But, God willing, health-wise, family-wise, that's, so, like I said.
communication
friend.
already does what they want to do.
True that.
Love you, brother.
Well, we will be watching with bated breath if you do hop a plane and head your way down south.
And again, and Hamvention's another thing. I want to go to Hamvention, but I want to do it my way. I don't want to do it rushed. That's the one thing about, like when I come up to New Hampshire, I don't want it. That's why when I did back in October, what did I see you guys in October? Last October.
That was near fest.
Near
Yep.
Fest. That was not a rushed thing for me. I want to be able to enjoy it. Nothing, those days of rushing are over for me. I'm here to now start enjoying it. Smell the roses, as they say. Smell the RF.
You
Smell the
don't
cigar.
smell it, you only touch it. But yeah, I get it. If you're smelling RF, that's your skin burning.
That's-
Just to let you
yeah.
know.
That's a problem.
Taste the chicken.
At that point, pull away.
Speaking of touching RF, Don, you were on POTA, right, today?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
This
was. I saw him.
afternoon,
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not too
Not
long, but
long.
he was on.
Maybe 90 minutes or so. It was amazing, though. I put the mast up all the way, and all of a sudden I saw everything bending, and I said, so I dropped it down by 10 feet, 15 feet, but still had fun. I think I did like 46 contacts.
Wow.
Not as fast as what I wanted. Some of the contacts out there, like Mike and I think Frank were out there from Texas. I was trying to work them. I couldn't work them. James, I could not work James in Ohio for some reason, but I was working other Ohio stations. So it was just, what it was. And you just, like I said, like what we were talking about earlier, just lower your expectations, and then you start having fun.
Well, it looks like you got a 5.7. Someone gave you a 5.7 in the comments for Ohio, and then you got Texas for Park, 88 Kilo Bravo. So you were getting them.
I was working. It was a fun. Bands were a little weird. It was a little weird. 20 was either up or down for me. It is it is what it is. We can't control this stuff.
No.
So it is what it is. But then I hopped on 40 for like the last 30 minutes. I said I'll work with all the regional peeps, and that's what I really
Thanks, Mike. I see where the friendship lies.
Well, no, I think that our friend, our RGD Radio was, he was super chatting on mine, and
Friends helping friends.
he wanted at least like the last one to go on yours. So there you go.
And that means we're 10% of the way to our goal, because that puts us at $50, guys. So come on.
I wish you
start saving now.
put as just as much effort into your YLs live streams and
Yeah.
your she sheds and all of those stuff, all the plans you have.
But you know what? I put this much effort into making the YL Discord, so maybe from the YL Discord is where the YL live stream and the she shed thing is going to grow and come from, right? Because I got to make my network and my community of my YLs, and then hopefully we'll be able to snowball some other things from that. But making you grow a beard is just fun. So
Thanks.
Better stop shaving now, man. Just let it go.
Dude, all I need is a week, literally a week, and I'll have a full beard. We during COVID, we ended up doing a buddies, like guys I've known for 30 years. We went up to Maine and the Forks to go do whitewater rafting early release, and yeah, literally that whole entire week, no shaving whatsoever. Had a full beard by the time I came back. My wife said,
Really?
"Yep, I'm not touching you." So that's why I don't have a beard. But nevertheless, it annoys the crap out of me.
Real quick, I think Rabbit's got to jump.
Yep,
Oh.
yep, brothers.
Oh, you do?
It was
Rabbit's
Me too,
always
yeah.
jumping.
I'm next.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly.
hopping.
bands to bands
Rabbits
and
are hopping.
He's hopping out.
I appreciate you. I love hanging out with you, brothers and sister. It was great. But catch y'all on the next one.
You too, man.
You
Good
bet,
seeing you.
brother.
7-3, man. Have a good one.
I'm next to
Hoppity
go,
hop,
guys.
hop.
I got to run too. I got a pizza waiting for me. I got to go pick up the kids. So I'm out of here. So hey, fun as always. Fun as
yeah.
always. This is what we're always here for. So.
Oh no. Shannon should sing if I have to, basically get a beard at 500.
Wow, it's 5.
Wow.
Is that 5 pounds? Oh my gosh, that's more than $5.
Tell you what, you get the beard. I promise you some beard. I'll even buy you a kilt. Maybe I'll get you a fireman's kilt. I'll get you a
Dude,
bunker
that's
kilt.
gonna be a long kilt. I'm 6'5", man.
Well, we can have
I gotta
a
run.
cocktail for
No
you.
short skirts. Catch you later, Izzo. Good seeing you.
7-3, guys. 7-3.
7-3.
Yeah.
Was
See?
that the pound sterling?
Exactly. That's the main reason why I don't want one. Good deal, guys. Good deal. So we put a bow in here. We shouldn't hang around just because I'm late to the game.
Well, if you want to wait another hour for you to talk, you can.
Dude, I don't have much to talk about at this point. But dude, I appreciate all the chats there. Either way, even if I don't, and I'll grow it out just once, and then I'm shaving it like 2 days after. And we'll
Got to
see
make
where.
lots of videos. You got to activate a POTA and film it with your beard.
Oh my gosh, this is so like, what is this? Like, are you going to have all this in writing? So like when the day comes, like, and it does happen, I have something to follow, so I don't violate any terms of service.
Yep, Shannon's writing up his service agreement.
Great.
It's up to you guys.
I keep having to update this thing every time.
Yeah, thank you.
I have to jump on Canva and.
Well, after the show, if you want to just send me whatever the last one is, I'll put a blog post up on my website and throw it in the newsletter, so we can at least have some fun with it.
Nice.
It's the least I could do. All right, you guys want to put a bow on this?
No.
I don't want Shannon to get too far into her stress meter.
When do we ever want to put a bow on this?
Yeah.
24-hour stream.
No, we're coming up on that.
Oh, speaking of that, Matt, did you happen to notice that I accidentally forgot in our members only stream to shut it down? It went 6 hours.
No, it did?
It was 6 hours of ASMR darkness, but yes.
I should have jumped back in. Oh my God, if I would have known that, I was still at the park.
Yeah, well, we had both all jumped out of EV Muck, so it was like, my gosh, are you sure that's accurate? I don't think that's accurate.
That's accurate.
Yeah, so I got like 2 texts from 2 different people going, "Hey, did you know you're still streaming after 6 hours?" I'm like, "What?" Thank God it was just the members only live stream, and YouTube was smart enough to realize that, oh yeah, we'll just chop all that darkness out.
That was good.
Yeah, it was a good one. Although it was a big train wreck, but hey, I learned a lot.
Oh, it was fun. We gave away one to Mike. He's always a winner.
Yep.
I already have them all.
I was gonna say
he has all the Pokemons, the Reliance Pokemons.
Pretty much. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I was even showing them off on stream earlier, like things that you can do, making like quarter wave verticals or dipoles with the chokes and stuff. Yeah.
Oh.
Man, RGD, if you saved all these £5, you'd be able to afford the G90.
I'm so glad I came in later. That's why I'm happy about this. I came in so late that we didn't have the full duration of the 2.5 hours.
Yeah, come on,
yeah,
Shannon.
we might have to have
sing.
we might have to have you sing us off there, Shannon.
I don't know what would I sing.
I'll sing "Row, row, row your boat." Who knows?
I mean, I would say but this doesn't work because you would be saying hello, but you say goodbye and I say hello, hello, but we're not saying hello, we're saying goodbye.
But you change the lyrics.
There's got to be some like tie-in because we have to do our usual mic. Like he drops a bomb and then disconnects.
So long, farewell, Avita saying good night. I hate to go and leave this pretty sight.
Keep going.
No.
Mike's not ready to hit the button yet.
6-hour stream. Here we go. Just leave it on for you.
Yeah.
Mike's like, yeah.
No, she was doing good.
Did anybody used to watch like the Elephant Show when they were a little kid, like Skinnamarink-y dinky dink, Skinnamarink-y I love you.
Oh, we're gonna have a lot of clips with this one later.
I love you. We're gonna get like demonetized.
No.
Yeah, Ed mentions the Robin Hood
Love
song.
you.
Like, did anyone see like Freddie Mac was trying to do a singing challenge? Freddie Mac Ham Radio Crusader.
Oh no!
Trying to get he called out T.O. and some others. I commented to Freddie. I was like, I've done karaoke once in my life. And I did the Love Boat theme song.
Oh, the love boat.
Love, exciting and new. Come aboard. We've been expecting you.
I love the fact that as the quality of your choice in music keeps going, it's the monetization gets lower and lower.
Yeah, no, we're down to $2.
I know. Thomas Julius wants me to do Baby Shark.
Yeah.
No.
Baby Shark, Baby Shark, Baby Baby shark. What is that? Why are you doing shame?
Because I don't want to hear Baby Shark.
Yeah, Oodalali. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Ooh dalali, golly, what a
Oh
day.
my
Yeah.
gosh.
Robin Hood is a great Disney movie. I have
Yeah.
to say that's probably one of my favorites, right? Who doesn't love Foxy Robin English accent? That's actually one of the places I sort of want to go is I want to activate Sherwood Forest in
Aren't you going to do that when you're over there or no?
Maybe. You
Well,
know,
then.
like I said, I'm trying to not over schedule and cram too much in. I want to go slow. I want to enjoy it. And I want to kind of like live like a local and not do too many touristy things. So,
That wouldn't be your MO anyway. You don't schedule anything.
right,
He
exactly.
just does it.
She just shows up sort of, oh, I have something going on. Not the shark's on. Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
What were
Yeah.
you drinking tonight, Eric?
I wasn't
were
actually
not here.
drinking a whole lot. We ended up going to
Liter
a
of cola.
well, whatever we had. Yeah, it was like I don't remember what we had at the theater, but we ended up grabbing Mexican after. And the Mexican place we went to, I wasn't quite, it wasn't great. It was like recommended by a lot of people, and I always take that with a grain of salt when people are like, oh, go to this restaurant, you got to go, and like so we went, and yeah, I wasn't too impressed. And they had their own branded beer, and I'm like, yeah, it was a little too grapefruity. Not my tape.
Ooh, I like grapefruit beers.
I do too, but like when they make your tongue fork, like when you get like it gets really like fork tongue, that like you just like can't taste anything else in the as you're eating it. And it's like, okay, no, this is not working.
You just said fork tongue. I immediately this is going to age me very
Yes,
well.
I'm
but
sure it will.
Age you too, because you probably remember the TV show V.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
I'll just leave it there.
Yeah, please. Probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
What did
Well,
you do,
we
Shane?
should get wrapping up. We're coming up on 3 hours.
Yeah.
This has been a lot of fun, and definitely appreciate everyone in the chat and stuff. Matt, you got anything coming up?
Yep.
You want to plug real quick?
I'm going to be doing a POTA Rove. I screwed up the first one and only did 4 parks. It was great. A lot of people followed me through the whole thing and helped me out when I didn't have cell service on the last 2. But did 4 parks, and then I got home and relaxed and went to upload the logs and go, hey, wait. Oh, it's 5.
Oh, you just missed it by 1, right?
I know, and I didn't feel like going out. So I'm going to drive out below Hershey, I'm thinking, either tomorrow, depends on how I feel when I wake up at 4 tomorrow, and go out there and hit about 6 or 7 parks on the way out. And while planning that, I found there is an island park that only's been activated 6 or 7 times. So I have to find a boat or something, or swim, or learn to swim and get across, and make it a challenge. But if I do the island, which is a state game land, I'm going to be there pretty much all day because might as well. I made it there, so.
Well,
that's-
do me a favor.
Could
submit
you use
them.
an inflate tent as like a swimmy?
It could, yeah, it's like as two buoys.
Like 2 pontoons.
Yeah.
What's that, Eric? What were you saying?
I was gonna say, do me a favor, submit them as tiles. Go to tiles on the air and
I'll
do
do
tiles
tiles.
too.
Yes.
Because you only need 1 contact for a successful activation. So
And not only that, but make sure you all sign up for Zones on the Air. We didn't talk about
Yes, we didn't
that.
talk about
So, I found out that there's this thing. I think I posted it in Live Free and Ham Discord. So if you're not a member of Live Free and Ham Discord, make sure that you get in there. There is this thing called Zones on the Air, okay? And I think of it like FT8 Battle Royale, but for POTA. So if you guys ever played Ingress on your phones where you try to take over areas of a map, or Old Man River over here, Eric compared it to Risk.
dude, Risk was the best game in the world. What are you talking about?
So
It was the analog version of all the crap that we play on the internets.
So basically, Zones on the Air, all you have to do is you just have to sign up for it on the website. You put in what your main call sign is that you're using. It automatically will pull your POTA and SOTA logs that you upload to POTA and SOTA. It goes by season. So right now it's on season 3, which is the summer season. It started in April. I'm not sure when it ended, But basically, you take over areas based on how many POTA and SOTA activations you do in that area. And you can create teams, right? So I happen to join Team OARC. It's online amateur radio community. It's the Anglo-Irish club that I'm a part of. And I actually got 2 of my friends from Adventures in Wonderland to also join Team OARC. So if you look on the map and if you look in New England, Massachusetts, Connecticut, and Rhode Island is like taken over by OARC. And then there's some like random like Michigan and Minnesota that's also taken by OARC. So I don't know who those people are. But definitely get on Zones on the Air. It's, because it's automatic, it's easy. It's not another thing that you have to upload. And it's just like a fun thing to look at. And, we can kind of battle each other and take over the United States with different POTA
World
activations.
domination.
Yes, exactly.
Ooh, parks on the air.
If they would add tiles on the air to Zones on the Air, that would be
I'll
pretty good.
mention it to Facundo, and we'll get it added.
Wow, Shannon's accent is way less annoying than Izzo's. Well, thank you for that, John Whiskey Victor 3 Lima.
I think that deserves a $5, tip there, but whatever.
Yeah, I'll send you the
Yeah.
tenner later.
Next
Do you have
time we'll
anything else you wanted to plug, Shannon? Or
I think that's it.
the
Just-
beard stuff.
Yeah, and the beard thing. Make sure get those donations into N1JUR Amateur Radio. We're 10% of our way to the goal.
Yes, we are. Whatever that means. Yeah.
What do you mean? What does that mean? I know
I don't have any-
I'm mathing on stream, right?
No, I'm not mathing at all. Oh, my turn?
yeah.
Oh,
what
yeah,
do you
yeah.
got
Oh, okay.
coming up?
Sorry, I just missed the transition there. You can find me. I've been busy revamping my whole kind of N1JUR face. So the website's all done and been updated. So
Looks
for
nice.
those
Yeah,
that,
really
thank
nice.
you, Mike. Appreciate that, Matt. If you want to check that out, go up to n1jur.com. And we've done some other things that we're doing in the YouTube community. And so pay attention to that. I'll have more videos out. I'm just trying to get them all like built up so I can actually start releasing 2 a week, because I've been really bad about one in a couple of weeks and then one in another week. And so, yeah, that is on my plan, and hopefully we'll have a lot more content. So yeah, check all that out. And I've actually upgraded. So if you've, just joined as a member to N1JUR, thank you. But more so, I changed some of the tiers. So there's a lot more things to offer. And some really cool swag benefits and stuff like that. So if you're not one and you're thinking one, heck, head on over there and join in. So yeah, outside of that, you can find me and Shannon on Brew and Activate every Fridays. If you haven't, go back and watch this Friday's episode with Matt. That was a blast and fun to have Matt on and talk antennas and be nerdy. And we've got a lot of other cool stuff planned. So yeah, that's all I got.
I will say Friday, June 12th, which is in like 2 weeks, I think. I won't be on because it'll be Miles's moving on ceremony, moving on from first grade to second grade. So I'll be attending that. So Eric will have to find someone else to fill the void.
Yes. Yeah, I can handle it.
It'll be
Maybe
Mike.
I'll
It'll be
have
Mike.
Matt step in.
Oh yeah. AI me with some red hair. We're good. I'll get a wig.
We'll
Oh,
AI
the
you,
wig and
remove the beard.
Perfect. Yeah. I'll start singing, so we'll be
Listen.
losing money.
There we go. I think John's got it. Beard and Activate.
Listen, okay, no, this is
Yeah.
what you have to do, Matt. You have to say $5 super chat if you want to hear me sing, or $10 super chat if you want me to stop singing.
Or just put her out of her misery.
I'll come on with a red wig. I'll be good.
Listen, I will watch Team Replay if you go on June 12th in a red wig.
Let me put that in the calendar. Oh, I could do that. I can do that.
Yeah, and just to
I got the
take us
beard
out,
going.
the other thing, the thing that I mentioned it earlier, post the link now. Salty Walt and I are going to do a live stream Monday night. Going to give away a signed copy of his newest book, which just came out this past month. And
Are you signing it or Walt?
Walt signed it.
I just want to make sure you said a signed book.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you were putting your autograph on there too.
It is a valid question. It is a valid question. If you win it, I will sign it. or if anyone wants me to sign up.
Oh yeah, we want a signed mic. Yep.
But no, looking forward to. I just finished. I actually read both his books this week, and so we're gonna have a lot to discuss about antennas for sure. So I'm looking forward to that. That should be good. We've been chatting back and forth this week.
Yeah, can
while
you tan those legs before you post another photo of you reading a book, drinking, bourbon?
Yeah. The sun
Like
is
in the-
not my friend.
24-hour
It is not.
stream where they're glowing. Remember
Yeah.
that 24-hour photo? Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
man, the exposure on that photo is too bright.
Yeah. The struggle is real.
Real.
Yeah. So, but anyway, yeah. I think that's it. And yeah, and what was that? You were giving me a hard time about that on Facebook. What did I say? Like that your vanity call sign
My
was
vanity
like,
call sign. Yeah.
was it like Kilo 1 SPF or something like that?
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah.
Or-
That's a great call sign.
yeah.
Yeah. You probably, if you pick it up, you might fly with it. That was a really good one.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm right there with the Irish skin tone, okay? So
Yep. I know.
It's taken. Oh man.
Yeah.
darn.
Oh yeah.
All
Man, they're
right.
quick in the chat.
Yeah.
All right. You going to put an end to this, Mike?
Yep. Yep.
What-
If you think my legs are white.
From the back roads of New Hampshire, rain or shine, he's calling CQ with that mobile line. Eric's got his 891 and 8 tight. He's chasing them parks from morning to night. We're calling CQ, come join the ride. From salty shores to mountain highs, a motley crew with wire and drive, tossing antennas in trees to feel alive. Once a month we light up the stream. It's Northeast Ham Radio, living the dream. Izzo's in the woods with a stogie lit, got his logbook down and a chair that fits. But toss him a chip with that barbecue tang, you'll get a rant and the Hamburglar fang. Matt builds them tough and tunes them clean. Reliance hits like a well-oiled machine. Toss the wire in a tree, no need to prepare. 5-9 signals floating through the air. We're calling CQ, come join the ride. From salty shores to mountain highs, a motley crew with wire and drive, tossing antennas in trees to feel alive. Once a month we light up the stream. It's Northeast Ham Radio, living the dream. Salty Walt's got tales from the ocean tide, with a sailor's grin and that coastal pride. He wrote the book on waves and wire, a Rhode Island soul with a northern fire. If it's broke, Rob's the guy to call. He'll tear it down and rebuild it all. With a scope, a smile, and zero fear, he's the reason half our rigs still cheer. The grouch rolls deep with a pack and a plan. Sky above, ground below, mic in hand. From jump zones to parks, he's living it loud. Still grumpy as hell, but making us proud. We ain't perfect, and that's just fine. We miss a few calls and forget the time. It's happy hour when we go live. Mics get hot, and so do the vibes. So if we slur a bit or lose our roles, just blame the beer and our RF souls. Tortoise rolls slow through the woods and mud. Mass plates on the FJ, tires chewing the crud. He'll find the path where the signals roam with the calm CQ from his overland home. Marvin's got the badge in the winter plan. He'll brave the cold with a rig in hand. When the bands are rough and the tents are low, he's the ham radio guy putting on a show. I guess. From Rochester's edge with a voice so clear, Mike's rocking AM on the modern gear. He's hitting the air with that VHF bite and logging Poto till the stars say night. Todd's blowing finals at field day again. Still a proud Jenner, won't let it end. Talks baseball more than he checks his SWR, but he'll snag that contact from a mile too far. We're calling CQ, the signal's wide from the coast to the pines on the mountainside. We're a band of hams with stories to share, tossing wire and trees, putting watts in the air. Once a month we fire up the screen. It's Northeast Ham Radio, where legends convene. To antennas and trees and friends on the air. For signals we chase and the stories we share. We laugh, we learn, sometimes up a chair.